This is what I like, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, baby.
No matter what, always on the grind, cause a little not enough. Got these bad bitches mad by the way she had it up. Just missing the price tag, cause that cash will back it up. All she do is win.
I see you shining, grinding, so keep
all she do is win.
I see you shining, grinding, so keep grinding. You prove that you would be more than nothing. Staying ahead of the game, you realize. Let your haters motivate you into becoming whatever it is you want in your life. Don't let the clothes of the cars define you. Just love yourself like you desire to. And when times get hard, girl, just keep the faith and have your way. Have your way.
No matter what, always on the grind, cause a little not enough. Got these bad bitches mad by the way she had it up. Just missing the price tag, cause that cash will back it up. All she do is win.
I see you shining, grinding, so keep
all she do is win.
I see you shining, grinding, so keep shining. Not a flawless swagger, ain't a chick better. Doing all the things that I like. Being a freak, she a master. He don't tell the past. So good, I wanna make her my wife.
All she do is win. No matter what, always on the grind, cause a little not enough. Got these bad bitches mad by the way she had it up. Just missing the price tag, cause that cash will back it up. All she do is win.
I see you shining, grinding, so keep
all she do is win.
I see you shining, grinding, so keep
You are listening to 419 Grind Podcast, Toledo's source for exclusive news in music, business, sports, and entertainment.
Your body calling, I'm answering on that first ring. Beverly Kruger, I'm killing shit in your wet dreams. Die face first your trust chest, got my beard shining like bling bling. She asks how I like my cookies, told her double stuff, I need more cream. She like short things, I'm talking orgasms on orgasms. Knees touch your shoulders on strip. Slide 2 fingers in your tongue, tickle clip. Walmart demise, roll back. She pulling my hair, I'm yanking out tracks. Put a tip in and whisper, who's that? Sex on fire, perfect match. Now I'm Harlem shaking, baby, take that.
Every single part of you feel like a blessing. But baby, I got a confession. When you're sexing me, you feel like I'm in heaven. So baby, I got a suggestion. Make me a sex fiend, baby, baby, sex fiend. Make me a sex fiend, baby, baby, sex fiend. I'm feeling for you. I'm telling you what you wanna hear, yeah. So baby, let me clear the air. About to lick you up so I can take you home solo now. And if I pick you up, I might take the bus to go downtown. I know it's slippery when wet, but I ain't even done yet. And if I happen to drown, I won't have no regret. Every single part of you feel like a blessing. But baby, I got a confession. When you're sexing me, it feel like I'm in heaven. So baby, I got a suggestion. Make me a sex fiend, baby, baby, sex fiend. Make me a sex fiend, baby, baby, sex fiend. I'm feeling for ya. I'm feeling for ya. Girl, you got me feeling.
is another 419 Grind exclusive.
She got it bad and she wonders that if I'm gonna take it serious, it's like a heart attack. I gotta go, my heart's not attached. I let her go, but she keep running back, right back. She got it bad and she wonders that if I'm gonna take it serious, it's like a heart attack. I gotta go, my heart's not attached. I let her go, she keep running back, right back. Hate to see you leave, but I love to watch you go. Hate to see you leave, but I love to watch you go. I got trust issues, but I learned from my lessons. All my old exes thought that I was a menace, yeah. Took her serious, but then she cheated like a villain. She wanted bad, but I'm one in a million. Cause your love is stronger than a feeling, and it hurts just think about you leaving. I can't waste no more time. Gotta leave you in the past, now just move on, girl. 'Cause I know what you like. I'm made up in your life to be there all the time. The timing isn't right, but what is up, just focus. She got it bad and she wonders that if I'm gonna take it serious, just like a heart attack. I gotta go, my heart's not attached. I let her go, but she keep running back, right back. She got it bad and she wonders that if I'm gonna take it serious, it's like a heart attack. I gotta go, my heart's not attached. I let her go, she keep running back, right back. Hate to see you leave, but I love to watch you go. Go, go, go. Hate to see you leave, but I love to watch you go. Go, 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 go. Drop down, get your ego on. Say the way you hit the floor, get your ego going. You ain't worried about your past, only where you're going. But if you focus on the future, you gon' keep on growing. Oh, I can help you with your problems. I'm doing my thing, single with no baby mama. I'm living my life like there's no tomorrow. I know what you like, I got a shirt you can borrow. Hold up, girl, I'm falling for the same thing. Repeating these patterns like I'm going insane, man. Get to the bag, money is ag, counting them racks, yeah. Looking at last, look at my past, get to the bag, yeah. She got it bad and she wonders that if I'm gonna take it serious, it's like a heart attack. Oh, yeah, it's not attached. I let her go, but she keep running back, right back. She got it bad and she wonders that if I'm gonna take it serious, it's like a heart attack. I gotta go, my heart's not attached. I let her go, she keep running back, right back. She want it bad, ain't got no time for that. I got no strings attached, but I don't think that it's mutual. She want it bad, ain't got no time for that. Don't no strings attached, but I don't think that it's mutual. Don't think that it's mutual. Don't think that it's mutual.
Man, I was just sitting back reminiscing, man, you know what I'm saying, and vibing on how things used to be, you dig? Like when we, you know?
When children used to see the test every day. I used to go to Lido. When kids really used to go outside and play. I used to go to Lido. When females used to carry themselves as women. I used to go to Lido. When hustlers used to chew their tongue without snitching.
Listen, I remember back in the day when I was a child, doing bad, mama used to take us to eat at Hot and Now. Very convenient, the food was good and plus it was cheap. Creeping off the block to go swimming at Willie's every week. Dirt courts in just about every backyard, hooping on crates. Sneaking jars out the house, trying to catch lightning bugs and snakes. The good old days when penny candy really used to cost a penny. Ice cream truck had ice cream on it, you could buy for 10 pennies. Pimping your bike out with chrome caps, reflectors, and mirrors. The hood used to be a village back when the neighbors cared. It was less snitching, more females carried themselves like women. I wish I could go back and visit, cause I miss the old Toledo.
When children used to see the test every day.
I mean, it ain't got that same vibe it got no more in the streets, you know?
Used to go outside and play.
Yeah, okay. I feel where you going, CJ.
Females used to carry themselves as
Okay,
women.
man. It's your boy Bobcat, man. Just reminiscing, check this.
Where hustlers used to do they power out
I'm just reminiscing about the old days. And nah, I don't go far back as the OJs. Lane, look, I'm talking late 80s, early 90s. On Auburn up at Peach Rose is where you could find me. I was screaming crossroads for the love of the dough. 16 double O until the world blow. When Indo and Joint Mob had a lock on the South. And Arden Coleman had you scared to come out of your house. Around the time when Magic Wand found out he was Plera. And Ray Stone was so fly, yeah, that was the era. Philly and Philly and all was reppin' for Out Hill. That Scott and Libby gang could damn near get a nigga killed. When Northtown was bumpin', Southwick was slumpin'. Follow the light, lightning rod had every club jumpin'. I give her arm, a leg, 2 shoulders, and a tooth. To see Toledo how it was in my youth. Man, I miss the old Toledo.
When children used to see the test every day. When kids really used to go outside and play. When females used to carry themselves as women. Where hustlers used to do they power out snitching.
Wake up, Toledo.
Wake your ass up.
You're listening to the 419 Grind Rise and Grind Morning Show.
Good morning.
Good morning. What's up, grinders?
Hey, hump day.
Hey, I like that, Mike Chop. Happy Wednesday. I like that
Wednesday.
one. I even
we're
been saying for
winners.
2021 is 202 WON.
What?
Yes.
Burn?
No, 202
Excuse me?
WON. Spelling out one, but you won. Victory.
Yeah, I don't know too much about that. Good morning. Yes.
I guess you're not winning.
No, we're not gonna say that. We're not gonna say that.
I would have said 2002.
No, I said he. I know what's on we if he can't follow.
We are winning.
We
Don't
are.
exclude me like that.
You
Do
said
not.
He just not
But
following.
you said you didn't
He's
follow.
not. He didn't follow along.
He just
That's
didn't
all.
follow along. That's it.
Follow. When you hear winning and one, you
I'm
just
not
jump
myself
in.
when I'm hungry.
Good
Shay.
morning,
I know.
America.
Eating
Good
this
morning,
cold-ass
Rise and
morning.
Grinders.
Somebody bring me a biscuit up here, a breakfast sandwich or something. I was running late this morning. I'm
Oh,
hungry.
man, you hungry?
little
Well, you got
bit.
the coffee.
And I got this cold ass cheese.
That's the best.
Coffee and cheese.
Ah,
Ooh.
that's something horrible. after this.
Yeah.
I am sorry, Toledo. How y'all doing?
So how is everyone doing this morning? Thank you all for tuning in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Work it out Wednesday.
Work it out Wednesday.
So what y'all got for today?
What you got? You ain't been here in a couple days.
How was y'all yesterday? What y'all do for Taco Tuesday? Toxic Tuesday. How was it?
I ain't claiming nothing toxic.
Yeah, we didn't do nothing.
I don't do
toxic
toxic.
Tuesday.
My neighbors came over and we had happy hour at the crib.
I was about to say you kicked
Really?
in. Huh?
Yep, that's
I
right.
work-
I'm hungry.
I went to the park and I got some of my burrito tacos finally from Bridget B. Cooking.
Did you go?
So I was so happy.
I wanted to. I am my go.
How much more money you need so we can see the dog chase you?
Oh yeah, let me check my cash
We
app
was up
because
on
y'all
that.
they came through. I think I only need about, let me do the math, either $12 or $17.
I got you on the first. No, we can just wait till the first.
Okay.
So you really gonna release?
Shout out to Stevenson. He did me $30. Marquell did me $1.
Clyde, where
somebody
you
did
get
you
that shirt
$30?
from? I
Aisha
need
gave me
one.
$5.
Somebody did you
Danielle
$30.
Wynn did too.
Did you? No, it's the way you said it.
What?
You said
Somebody
he
did
did
you
you 30.
$30.
He did you $30.
Well, he gave me $30. Okay, so I'm at 38.
Okay,
What's the math?
that's $12.
Yeah.
So what was-
$12 more to get to 50, and I'll release the footage.
Oh,
And I actually went to the park today, and I walked
I'm about
up
to
that
cash
street
up you $12
so
right
I
now.
can find out.
Do I-
what the
can I cash up you
address is.
$12?
Whoever.
If you
make
see
the 50.
$12, can we see it by the break?
so do we see it today?
Yep.
Oh my gosh, this crazy. Hey, now look, how long is this clip?
It's
Feels
only
like
like
15 seconds.
no, it's not. It's like a minute.
Oh, it's a minute?
Oh, you got
said
chased for a
15
whole
seconds.
minute?
Let me see. Hold
Man,
on.
it better be funny. Cause I was thinking about giving Jesse like $3 on it. but
Okay, well, you better give $3
I'm
on
scared it ain't
it.
gonna be funny.
$3.
And he just hit me up with 5 yesterday.
And you bet.
And I'm still a little salty
And
about
you
that.
called the bet and you had the wrong movie.
I feel you took advantage of me.
How? You the one
I
said
don't
let's
know.
bet.
You
And
took advantage
no,
of
you
me.
lost your money. After on break, he gonna try and say, "Can I get that $5 back?" No, a bet is a bet.
He said, was that for the show or was that for in
That
real
was
life?
for real because you was
Yeah,
that
I'm not
serious.
supposed to tell what go on when the Toledo
Hey, I'm
Behind the
telling.
scenes.
I'm
This is
telling.
behind the scenes.
I'm telling.
We don't tell what goes on when Lance Self commercial is on.
What Toledo was playing.
I'm telling.
Or what Central Vibes
Or videos
was playing.
Wait, why I can't find it?
Cause nobody want she scam me on. She got
Ain't
it.
no video. She deleted the video. She taking the
Cash App
money.
gonna pull your account
and
like
deleted
the
the
Gorilla
video. You
Glue.
remember the lady?
did.
Remember the lady in Atlanta?
No, I really
Who didn't
did.
really need the money to get back
Oh,
home, but she
don't
got
do
the
me
money
like
anyway.
That was so
It's a
funny.
fake
Don't
Gorilla girl
do me.
out who got her GoFundMe canceled. Trying to be like the other Gorilla girl.
Like the other
Oh,
gorilla
new one?
girl.
Really?
I
Okay,
figured.
it's 45 seconds.
Oh, that's a good
Well, you should
commercial.
only get $45.
No, I
$1 a
said 50.
second.
Well, either pay the 50 or don't see it.
Oh my goodness.
I look at you
I'm
every day.
gonna send the rest of the money, $12.
And we gonna see it on break.
Maybe I don't know what break. but
Are
gonna
we
see it.
airing it?
A Wednesday
Yep.
exclusive. We
On
gonna
the
make it a
show.
commercial.
Oh.
We're gonna be on the show every
And
day.
he better plug the NRG in there. I said that's the deal.
Why?
That's a good-
Take
that
your
is a good
energy
promo.
to stay
Yes,
awake.
because I use my energy to not get attacked. So if I was asleep, I was woke.
So
And I'm full of
Leah's
energy.
not here today. So does anybody have weather and traffic?
Yes, I do have the weather and traffic. I got us covered.
Okay.
Yeah, Leah, where you? You know what? Is she tuned in? Because I got
think
something to
Leah's
say.
trying to
I don't
avoid you,
even think
Bree.
I
Every
think
time,
so.
every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday, like y'all see the pattern?
Yeah, I see the pattern.
I've noticed the pattern that every Wednesday.
Yeah.
Well, I've
I'm
also
calling her.
noticed that the temperatures are rising. Okay, so you like that?
I noticed that yesterday too as well.
The segue.
Yes.
Segway.
Listen, so
Wait a
Kurt-
minute. Mud City Hustle, Mud City Entertainment said they got
6 on it.
6 on it. So
Oh,
Okay.
we really serious.
What's in the cash app? Let me-
Good morning, Danielle, out
Here I
there
go.
in Arizona.
what up,
about
TJ? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm about to pin it. But currently we are at 50.
Yeah.
Currently we are at 52 degrees. It's going to get to a high of 68 degrees.
52 already, right?
But
now?
it is cloudy, so we got to see what that wind do. So make sure you guys have your windbreakers out
it's supposed to rain tonight, ain't it?
tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Oh,
Oh, I
tomorrow?
can't
It's
wait.
an 80% chance of rain tomorrow.
What's the percentage
I think we
that
need
got?
some rain.
What's the
I can't
percentage of me to get somebody to bring me a breakfast sandwich up here? What's the percentage?
We
of
talking
that?
about traffic and weather. You talk about breakfast sandwiches.
You press have Chick-fil-A deliver it.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I
Why
don't know how
did
to
you
use that
deliver?
DoorDash
I got it on.
stuff.
It's not.
I was about to say,
it's-
Jesse, know, Maya know for sure. She got a gold member VIP reward. You better go get up with Maya.
I just know how to
She
use
keep
my phone
Jesse
to
card.
dial. I just,
I'm like, Jesse, what you eating? She like, I don't know. I got to check with Maya. I'm like,
Yeah, let's do a group order real quick. We both
right now?
hungry. Yeah.
you was hungry too?
Go ahead and do
So we
traffic.
lined up. We were lined up with our hungry right
that's
across
good.
from
Y'all
each other.
lying. I love that.
Alignment.
Our stomachs was growling together.
Well, hopefully the traffic is nice and clear, so they should get here in a Swifty,
A Swifty.
a Swifty, or a Jiffy.
A Jiffy.
Look, Maya,
Oh.
we're trying to order some food. Hook us up, Maya,
She said,
on
I
your
know how Shay
VIP.
do. Shay be talking. I heard my name.
Hook us up with the VIP, Maya.
What's up, Toledo? What's on y'all mind today on Wednesday?
Yes, as y'all calling in, it's Work It Out
Work It Out
Wednesday.
Wednesday. Hey, you know what we should do though? I
do?
meant to say something earlier to you, Bree, about having it's Women's History Month.
Yes.
In the month of March.
Oh
Monday.
yeah, you were supposed to be getting us breakfast today anyway.
Girl, we gonna do that.
Can
Okay.
you quit thinking about your stomach all the time? We
Ain't
trying
you
to do a
hungry
show. You bringing up old shit.
Y'all too.
It's Natural Women's Day.
So it's International. Monday was International Women's Day.
Right.
The month of March is Women's History Month. So
Okay.
today is Women's Day, Women's Wednesday on the Rising Ryan Morning
When did
Show.
that originate?
So
Okay.
I don't know. So what we're gonna do is have if you have a business, if you're a DJ, if you're an artist, if you want to promote yourself, give us a call.
Yes.
and we'll
like
promote
that.
you the whole show.
I like
Today?
that.
So women,
all
y'all
month.
heard what he said.
All day today.
All day
Women's
today, we are honoring us queens. Call in, promote yourself, promote your business, promote your brand.
Tag those who have businesses
Yes.
in the
Tag women
comments
that have businesses.
so they can get free promo today.
And also, if you know anybody, tag their names. We'll shout them out.
Yep.
And guess what, guys?
What?
We'll start with me. I'm
Period.
a woman, And my
You're a
business-
woman?
I'm a woman.
Yes, you are.
I'm many
Shay
of a
needs something to
women.
eat.
I'm every woman. Okay.
We need Whitney on.
Right. I wish
I'm
I
every woman.
Every
So I'm gonna
woman.
promote
You're not on the
myself
right
and
to
my
this
brand. Oh, she was singing.
could. Yeah, I was.
And y'all know I sell my
Not
favorite.
in me. Anything you want done, baby.
Now you know when
I
Anitra
get
come
it
on, you be like you queen things.
Oh, hey, oh. I don't see no tags. Don't know women's got no businesses.
I'm trying to tag mine. I was waiting for y'all to be done with
trying to pay attention
karaoke.
to the song. I know them vocals was hitting.
Listen,
Them vocals
anyways.
was hitting. Hey.
Anyways, I brought in stuff for y'all today.
Okay.
Multivitamins. This is NutriBurst.
I'm not
am a
taking that
TLC.
till after the show because I will not be running.
This is
to that.
it does not make you didn't let me finish. It does not
It's
make
not
you go
the
to the
tea.
bathroom. This is not the tea.
They always say
The
that.
liquid multivitamin.
It go in one way and out the other, so it don't make you go to the bathroom
pass this
sooner or
to
later.
Jesse.
Here we
So,
go.
and it's NutriBurst.
Premium
It is
liquid
much more than
multivitamin.
just a regular daily supplement. It's a liquid multivitamin. It's in liquid form, not in pills, so it gets in your bloodstream at 98%. It also has a multi-blend that contains 72 minerals, 10 vitamins, 22 amino acids, 13 whole greens, and 12 herbs. So it's going to give you a healthy
Ceremonial
balance.
herbs?
Huh?
No, no.
Now we do have tea that has CBD in it,
Oh.
but you guys just take it off the top and just drink it.
All right, so
Don't put it in your
You
water.
want to drink it?
don't.
No.
Oh
They
shit.
say it got vitamin A, C, D, and E.
Right, that's why I was like, don't
Oh,
put it in your water.
vitamin B12.
So,
So we drink
yes.
it straight from the pack.
Yes, drink it
okay,
straight from
y'all.
the
I'm
pack.
planning to try this NutriBurst.
Yes. So I wondered. I took mine this morning.
I'm
So
not.
how do you feel after you take yours?
It hit your bloodstreams and you just
Are
start.
you bursting?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what?
You see, I don't drink coffee.
No, Shay, we putting
I
you on
do.
the spot.
Right.
Shay, do the bars about the NutriBurst.
Okay. Y'all ready? Give me a beat.
We need a beat, Jesse.
I ain't got no beef. for
Okay,
you.
here I go.
Somebody
Oh,
inbox
he
is
got
going
one.
ham on
Just-
the TV. Is that your inbox? Because that's somebody's business.
It's showy.
Oh, that's my cousin.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Why are you reading that?
I'm like,
Like
wait,
that's
what?
just weird. Why would you read that?
Because it's on the screen.
I thought it was the comments. I thought it was somebody on the show.
Why would you read
It's
that?
covering the
So
comment section.
we're going to. Me and Clyde are going to Florida
Florida.
in next month, and we're gonna stop by Dallas. My cousin stays in Dallas, so we'll stop by and see her on the way back home.
That's dope.
Can I get Shay Bars?
Yeah, Shay.
That's why she said that.
Aura of Joy.
Please, Queen.
Peace, Queens, and Happy,
Happy Earth Month.
Month.
Check out Breezy
Visuals.
Art Visuals.
Hey,
Okay.
is that your business? Breezy
that-
Art Visuals?
Yeah, I'm interested in
did
hearing
what?
more about that.
Who's that?
Is it because your name is Breezy? as
Yeah,
well?
you know, DJ Breezy, Breezy
Breezy
Art
Breeze,
Visuals.
Breezy Art
you know.
Who's Breezy Art Visual?
Febreze.
This
That's
is
just-
no, it's Brianka
Brianka Matthews.
So Brianka, if
Why
you
don't
have
you
time,
call
call
in?
in.
Yeah, tell us about it.
Jap, I'm gonna be down there in April, man. I'll hit you up and let you know when I'm coming down there. You know I got to.
Oh, he said where? Who's that? Jap?
Yeah, you down there. We about to be in Florida. And I'm taking my
Brianka,
shirt
call
off.
in 419-540-35.
Drink the NutriBurst.
No, I'm gonna drink.
Oh, yeah,
this
I need to do this, y'all.
100% pure Colombia.
So we just take it.
Yeah.
I just open it from the top. Super simple.
Yes.
And then I'm about to just take a shot of it.
It's like a Capri Sun.
It's like a Capri Sun.
You need to start
What
on
it
a coffee
taste
stir.
Taste it.
Okay.
What is going
You don't try
My
that
kids
shit?
love it. Ace be like, Mom, I need my NutriBurst.
Yeah, this is for kids. This is not for adults.
No, it's definitely for both infants, elderly.
She getting a rest. You see her? She smashed it all the way
You know,
down.
you remember those Flintstone vitamins?
That's what it is. Flintstone on a million.
Your Flintstone.
Flintstones on a million.
3 million
And it helps with your immune system. Me and my children have not
So
been
it feels
sick
like
at
it's more
all.
in here. It's good.
Trying to get the rest.
Get it all out.
No, open it up. Listen
Me
to
and my
that.
children have not been sick, thank the Lord, with this COVID going on because
Oh,
we
y'all
faithfully
make
take
me
our
wanna take
products.
it. No, I'm trying to take it.
Dead serious. Like I
You
have
know
not
what?
been sick.
I've
and my
never
son
taken
goes to school.
NutriBurst, and I never get sick. I haven't had a cold in 3 years. I haven't had the flu since I was 13.
Well, you have a good immune system.
Right.
I take
We ain't
vitamins
talking
every
about-
day.
we're talking about-
Wait a minute. I'm trying to.
Oh my God.
I'm trying to promote
It tastes like
Flintstones.
I can't tell.
But I take multivitamins every single day.
Yeah.
So that's the benefit of taking something like the NutriBurst.
Yeah.
It
Right.
keeps you.
And you can mix it in your smoothies. You can mix it in orange juice.
Well, you can take this by itself.
Yeah, you can take it by
Yeah.
itself.
Not
yes,
me. I
that's
gotta
right.
mix it with something.
I didn't shake well. Did you shake them this morning?
Yeah.
Okay. Shake them
Yes,
for
I
us.
did.
I said she did.
actually, she
Oh
did.
my
So
God,
she
she just combat me and everything I
I thought you
said.
said I didn't.
She had them in her back pocket and was twerking.
No, they was not in my back
She
pocket.
like,
They
I'm
was
gonna
in my
shake this up for y'all.
No.
So my online review, my on-air review about the NutriBurst, it tastes good, and we'll see.
I was about to
if
say,
I
we
feel
gonna
anything
see how you
by
feel.
the time the show get ready to end.
Yeah, we gonna see.
But
Yes.
also though, I don't even want to say that because a lot of times we expect to see like instant results, and everybody's bodies are different.
Exactly.
So,
That's what anything. We talk about getting your taxes and stuff done. It didn't change overnight. So you have to be consistent and you have to keep up with it. And why wait till you get sick? And you can prevent that. Like
So I ain't about
Jesse
to
said,
better
he's
go change
always
the
took-
tire with my bare hands right now since I done took the nutrient.
Yeah, I ain't saying it'll make you be like Hulk.
yeah,
It's
this
just
ain't no
helping
like.
your bloodstream. Yeah, this ain't no steroids.
This is
or
not
nothing.
vibranium, okay?
No, Jap, I'm not avoiding these bars. I'll give you some bars. We was trying to promote.
Somebody
the
like your rap.
NutriBurst. That's Jap.
She
You
got her.
gotta wait
She
till the
got her
song come on, the
fan.
trending topic
Right
song.
to
That's
the
the
trending
beat.
topic beat
When
come
the
on.
beat drop.
I got you. When the beat drop.
Shay got a fan. Before her
All the way in
album
Florida.
even came out.
That's your only fan?
All the way in Florida.
Not yet. I've been working on it.
No, that,
No, what? I said, is that your only fan?
OnlyFans.
I didn't say, do you have OnlyFans?
you know what's crazy?
Oh my
I don't want
God. She said, I'm
OnlyFans.
working on it.
I'm working on
Oh
to get
man.
more
Oh.
fans.
You working
Oh,
on
okay.
OnlyFans?
No.
We can take a picture back there. We got cameras.
Listen.
Okay. Anyway, you got trending topics
My
today?
DM be blowing up about
we have
Shay, though.
trending topics?
Who is Shay?
Yes, we do have trending topics.
Drop them bars.
It's trending topics in Toledo on the Rise and Grind Morning Show.
Freestyle. No rehearse. Hey. Grab your NutriBurst.
Hey.
Hey. Get some water for your thirst. Hey. Hey. It ain't Sunday, go to church.
What?
419 grind. Yeah, it's time to shine. NutriBurst. Get it in your bloodline. Hey.
Period.
Ooh.
Got it.
Get it in the bloodline. Y'all know y'all better quit messing with Shay. She got the serious face when she rapping now. It ain't even funny no more.
Hey Shay.
We gonna get you to the studio, Shay.
We can
gonna get you
we
in the
should
back
take
of the booth.
NutriBurst to the strip club. Make it rain NutriBurst.
They gonna beat y'all up.
They need the energy to twerk for that money. The light bill do.
Kicked out.
I'm cracking
All right,
up.
what do we got for trending topics?
Yes, yes.
Agree with the ad-libs. They're like a group over here, Mike.
No,
Period.
speaking of rapping, hey, don't play with me because if I blow up for real, because I know everybody
So
thought.
apparently you haven't
like,
manifested it because you keep saying if.
Listen, because I know when I watched
into
Cardi
it.
B on Love and Hip Hop, I didn't take her serious.
Period.
And look at where she gone now. She has blown up. She has made history in this Women's Month. Yesterday, Cardi B, her single Bodak Yellow has officially become certified diamond by the RIAA, making her the first female rapper to ever achieve this prestigious milestone.
Which one
And
is-
that record was made in 2007.
Which one is Bodak Yellow? Was she like, I got blood issues? That one? Oh.
Yep. Yeah, she released
She
that back in
sounded like
20.
she was in the slow class. Anyway, it was a nice song.
But even just looking at the clip, she was just playing on the party bus,
Yeah.
and now she really
She got
is.
it.
She really made it.
Well, Shay, keep on playing on the rise
That's
and grind, and
crazy.
somebody gonna come grab you up and put you in the studio.
We need to get you on a
Listen.
Get you a contract.
we need to get her in the studio, get her a feature.
Listen,
Mud City ENT might give you a deal. You
hold
might have a sponsor.
hold on. We can alignment.
I'm
Chuddy, you got
what,
the DJ
right
right here.
Female
What,
DJ.
DJ? Oh,
Hey,
yeah, what you
listen,
got?
hold on.
Hey, look, we on something right there.
On to something.
She like, I didn't even think about that. There is a record label.
I'm loving the alignment.
One
so,
stop
yeah.
shop, y'all.
Yeah,
What
so
you
shout
think,
out to that
Mitchell? What you
girl.
think, Mitchell? Can we get Shay a record deal?
Listen.
Get you in the studio.
No,
Hey.
dead ass. We
What's
gonna
gonna
come
be the
back.
name of your album? Rise and Grind?
No.
Grinding in this bitch.
Shay K.
Shay K?
Shay K.
Shay K with
Yeah.
the bars.
Hey.
Shay K in the midday.
Hey, we need
Yeah.
to do Shay K a cipher. We need to do.
Oh,
Boom, we need to do a
Lady
419
DJ.
grind cipher.
Lady DJ.
We can.
You know what? I think we should just stop hyping up Shay K. 'cause-
Oh, wow.
Hey, you just see
You,
that's
you went from promoter to being a hater. That fast. That fast.
This
0
is
to
why-
100 real quick.
No, that's how people
See,
That's a perfect example
that's
how
how I
people
come
switch
for
up
you.
on you.
Yeah,
That's how I come
I've
for
seen
you.
some. I've seen some switch ups on Facebook yesterday, but we're not gonna talk about that.
But we're not. We said we're not. We're gonna.
But we gonna talk about Clyde switching up. But it's cool. It's cool. My
Say,
first
I'm
single
with
gonna
you.
be called Clyde, the hater.
We got
I'm
beef
coming for
already?
Beef.
Yeah.
I gotta get the
Beef.
studio.
You started it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Morning show. Beef.
It's on and popping.
Y'all, we gonna do a 419 grind cipher with our team.
Hey, that's gonna
That's
be
what's
fun.
up.
That's gonna be
what's
real
up.
fun.
Maybe we get $50 to sponsor that. Cash out the 409 grind, $50. We gonna drop a single for
Shout
y'all.
out to our sponsors,
Yes.
Toledo,
Hey.
Essential Vibes,
Yes.
ENT,
Yes.
Hot Box,
Box.
Mud City ENT,
Uh-huh.
Greater New Psalmist Church,
Sounds about right.
J Brush Jennings,
Ooh.
Lent Self,
Yes.
the People Salesman.
Hey, and if you would like to be a sponsor, make sure you go check out our new website and submit your information at the 419 Rise and Grind. That was wrong.
What?
It's the 419.
The 419grind.com/advertise.
Where that diss stop? Sound effect that
I'm gonna put that on here.
Look, I said no. That was wrong. I'm used to leading. so
I
it
am
threw
gonna
me
put
off.
that on.
It threw me off. I'm used to my part is just rise and grind. Yeah.
So go to the 419grind.com/advertise to sign up to be a sponsor, or send your info to riseandgrind at the 419grind.com.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. What do we got for trending topics?
Listen, I was going to say, speaking of people that be mad too, did y'all see Piers Morgan? He is was one of the co-hosts on the Good Morning Britain, and one of his co-hosts asked him, "Why are you so angry about what's going on and speaking against her?" He walked up abruptly in the middle of the show and quit.
Well, yeah, I heard the clip, and the co-host was asking him, like, what problems do you have? Like, I know you had beef in the past, and she never spoke against your name. She never said anything bad about you, but you're always bashing Meghan Markle. Like, why are you always bashing her?
And they didn't even have beef. She just stopped talking to him.
Yeah, she stopped talking to him because of something he was saying before.
Yeah.
So she just stopped communicating with him.
That was it.
Right. And then he just walked off after his co-host asked him, like, what's the problem? Like, why do you keep bashing her? She's not saying anything about you.
Right.
So he got up and walked off and said, I quit. So
Well, bye.
Yeah, he was mad about that.
Yeah, he was real mad.
He
I
was,
can't hear you because you're not on the microphone. So
he was trying to blast her. And they didn't like that. Like she's still their country's royalty.
glad they
Like,
spoke
come on,
up,
like
though.
I
come on,
don't think
Pierce.
he expected the backlash he was going to get.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
I don't think he expected to get put on the spot in regards to being asked about her. But at the end of the day, when you are constantly speaking on somebody, like, it's up to that person to respond or not. And then that person may have people that will respond in their behalf. Or the people, we don't know her, but we still want to know, why are you speaking on her? So you can't you can't go at somebody and expect not to get a response just because that person made, that's bully mentality, bully behavior. So
Yeah.
I'm glad he
But
skated
he
on
had a
out.
sucker attack, so that was worth your career. That's
He did.
crazy.
He'll probably try to be back. He just, like you said, he had a sucker attack. Men have them
Yeah.
often.
That's crazy though.
Pierce got kicked off CNN for something like that too, didn't he? Didn't he have a little attitude when he was at CNN?
probably.
He probably
He's
got
that
a
type of
record of
person.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens with that.
That's crazy. And in other news, finally, after almost 8 years, the Kendrick Johnson story the case has finally been reopened. I thought that was
Is that
crazy
the
that they closed
boy
it.
from the gym?
Yes, it seemed like it was a
They got
long
wrapped up
fight.
in the rest of the night.
Yes, it seemed like it was a fight for justice has become a long one, but it finally at the end, and it was worth fighting for. Many of you became familiar with the untimely death of the South Georgia high school student Kendrick Johnson, who was found dead head first rolled up in a gym mat back in 2013. His death was which ruled as an accident, sparked outrage and has been an ongoing conversation on social media for quite some time. Several people have continued to demand justice for Kendrick. Last June, you couldn't scroll down your timeline without seeing a post asking you to sign several petitions on change.org in Kendrick's honor to have his case reopened. Even celebrities like Kim Kardashian advocated on her platform by sharing the petition, which now has 35,000 signatures. So we're glad to see that that's finally reopened.
fact
Now,
That's just crazy.
That was
Why
the
would
dude
you
that
think?
stole his organs. And
I think they said that
they
he
stole his
didn't-
organs and
yeah.
he was stuffed with like paper or something in high school, and they rolled him up in the mat, right?
It was so many different stories associated with it, but yes,
It was about, I know his organs.
something
They-
about his
See, I
organ.
missed
Yeah.
organs
They stole his
part.
organs out?
Yeah. It was something about
I remember hearing
an unauthorized. Basically, how they played that whole situation with them was wrong.
But so how did you accidentally roll yourself in the mat?
That's not possible.
Right.
Yeah.
So that was crazy. I would have been livid as the parent.
Exactly.
Like,
that's like some Emmett Till all over again.
Yeah, exactly
that's
what it was.
crazy.
And for it to take 8 years,
Right.
I understand. I guess that, but
I don't understand none of it. To rule as an accident,
it should have never been ruled as an accident in the first place.
Never. And
I got a question. Maybe I shouldn't ask this on air, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it.
Get it off your chest. The NutriBurst in your blood.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, I don't understand. You know, we got these people and people that's doing like all these rituals and things like that to keep men and for the wrong things. Like, where do this energy be for these people that are proven to have done something to somebody? Like, you know, George Zimmerman still out here just living life. We got these men, these teenagers, you know,
Still
living their
living.
life. Ain't nobody even thinking about them.
So set like a voodoo.
I mean, I'm saying for the people who use that type of magic,
I mean,
they
he
do
got-
it for.
He got
I wonder if you
250K for
gotta
that
be.
gun.
Do you
George
have to be in
Zimmerman
the
did.
vicinity for it to work?
I don't know. They
Yeah, I
know.
wonder. Maybe we have to ask somebody.
We gonna ask somebody that know
We need
about
a
that.
list of y'all to work on people.
Yeah,
Because that is crazy though. That's outrageous that these people are still like, even just like Casey Anthony, like just how are these people just still out here and they just committed these crazy crimes? Like, it's mind blowing and it's sickening.
Sickening.
And then we got our black people that's going to jail for a police
For
stop
nothing.
or just getting killed for a random stop. Like Breonna Taylor lost her life and she was fighting for helping other
And let's
people.
talk about
and
that
was
real
wrong.
quick.
Like, I mean, that's crazy.
Her boyfriend finally got his case,
Finally.
his charges
Dropped.
dropped.
Finally.
Yeah, but I mean,
He
are they
should've never
gonna
been-
charge the police or anything like
That's what
No,
I'm saying.
they
That's what
haven't.
I'm saying.
I
That's
mean,
crazy.
you know, the justice system wasn't designed for us anyway. You know?
Yeah.
And that's just sickening.
It's just, you know.
They finally, so what they said was with Breonna Taylor's boyfriend, his original charges were dropped,
Right.
but it was dropped without prejudice. Meaning that if they decided or if they found any more evidence, they can
could go
reopen the
back.
case.
Wow.
Yeah.
So to me, that adds more.
But what was his original charges? Like, I thought they went into the wrong apartment. Like, I thought they weren't even looking for him.
No, they
was
were
looking for
charging him.
Okay, so they was looking for him when they went in the apartment. She was there by herself, asleep, and they shot Breonna Taylor. Is that how it went
They
down?
shot into negligence.
So they just
basically.
kicked in the door, started shooting. Get out!
Yeah, because I guess
I
he
thought they was
felt.
at the wrong house period. So he was the person in
Well,
question.
no, he wasn't.
It was mistaken identity.
Right, that's
Mistaken
what I was about to say.
identity.
I thought so. He shouldn't have been
And
charged
I
with
feel like
anything.
he was. I think he was trying to retaliate, but he didn't know that it was
He didn't
the
know
police.
the police. He had a gun.
Yeah, he had a gun, but they were trying to charge him for having,
That's
the
just
gun
crazy.
and whatever.
None of it makes sense. No matter how you
But-
try and put it in what angle, it's just all crazy.
Yeah, so that was last May, his charges were dropped without prejudice. So to me, that makes it even more worse because that means y'all spent all this time after his charges were dropped to look for other ways to find him guilty.
Yeah.
So finally,
So hold on, his charges wasn't just dropped. They was dropped last year.
they was dropped last year.
I saw the article like it just happened.
No, listen. It's because of how it was dropped.
Okay.
They dropped it without prejudice.
Oh,
Meaning,
yep, right.
if
Like
they
you said.
find anything else associated to feel that they can, charge him, they can reopen the case.
So
But now
he's
he
cleared of
is
everything.
dropped. They can't re-back open, that case or those charges on him, against him in regards
Well,
to
maybe
this.
now
But
they
that's
work on
just
some
crazy.
charges.
You had
for
to go through
killing
all that,
girl.
losing your girlfriend. Like, it's just so traumatic. Like, it's just
And
not, it's just
they
crazy.
they not gonna take care of him.
Yeah, and that's what I was about to say. Like, even though we don't want to say that, it like make it just about money. But I bet you they ain't
He
dropping
should
no
be able to
check or
sue
nothing.
them.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. He should definitely be able to sue them.
And I'm hoping that he has the right
But
legal
her family
team.
probably got more.
The family should have something, and he should be able to have something too, to still go
They
his
wasn't
stuff was
married, though.
separate, but it don't matter.
It don't matter. His
Are you talking about just for his case? I thought you were talking about suing on her behalf.
No,
No,
for
for
his
him.
boy, he had to go through.
He was wrongfully-
Their family, their family should sue for her because she still had a child, didn't she? Didn't they have a kid?
I don't think
Oh, I thought they might have. But either way, her family should get for her. He should get for him because that was wrongfully.
Breonna Taylor wasn't pregnant?
I thought she had a kid.
Was she
I think
pregnant?
they said I don't want
She
to
was
say.
grown. She
Yeah, I
was
don't
cute.
wanna
So maybe
say.
she was pregnant.
I don't want to say scratch that, but I don't know.
know.
Either way, her family should get something and he should be getting something because this is just crazy.
Your fan said the juices got us twisted.
The what?
I got y'all twisted.
Wait, what?
Juice got y'all tweet.
I'm cracking up.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
man.
what you got?
Yeah, they feeling me. I'm loving the love.
What you got, Harold?
I read an article about Rick Ross. He's constantly helping the black community. His house was a set of Coming to America 2, and he recently purchased Amari Stoudemire's $3.2 million Florida mansion. So maybe he was helping him out financially with that. But Rick Ross trying to help his brothers out, and I like that.
So what happened? His career ended.
Oh,
Amari?
well, he's not the star basketball player he once was, which means his finances have probably declined.
Okay.
Whereas he probably incorporated some bills that he no longer can afford, and
That
it may
could
be
be
more
it.
feasible to sell his house to Rick Ross,
I
who
love
has a
how
little bit
professional
more
you
money
sound.
than he has.
I love it.
Well, I can turn it on and off very
I
well.
see.
But now back to the hood. Anyway, no.
Back to the streets.
Yeah, we sending him back to the streets. He back for the streets.
Back to the streets.
He the streets.
And they slippery.
But that's dope.
That
and
was-
the
that was
fact
who you
that
know-
Yeah.
that was Rick Ross' house that they shot. Man, listen,
But
that
you know,
damn
I
thing
still
was
gotta see the
beautiful.
movie.
Artists been doing that for years, helping other artists out.
As they
even
should.
sometimes they clown them. Like I remember Ludacris clown somebody. I think it was Phil Perry. Or so he said, I got one of your cribs, you don't even know it. He said in the song, so they buy these artists and stuff and try to help them out. But,
Y'all see Nelly house was on the market.
that
His
motherfucker, it
own
was
house.
stripped too. He sold a stripped house. They got
He
all the
sure
copper, all
did.
the water tanks.
It's a good investment, though.
Yeah, it is.
It's stripped.
It's just a shell.
It's the shell.
You know Nelly wasn't about to sell all that copper to nobody. You get the bricks and the foundation, but I
The
gotta get all
float,
the
all
scrap.
that. You gotta redo the whole
I
man.
missed it
Yeah.
because that's my husband for real. So I have to go see
What happened? Y'all divorced.
You
He
better
took
go get your
everything.
percentage.
He took everything. The floor, the carpet.
You better go get your
The
percentage.
drywall.
It's cool. The check coming for the new one. It's coming.
He said she ain't getting shit.
And I got a record deal. I got it in writing.
I
what
bet
I'm
she
getting.
won't be running no water in these pipes. Not today. No, sir.
Y'all are silly.
Well, hold on. We got to talk about this, Jesse, because what happened to our watch party?
Oh,
He thought Coming to America was horrible, then he
And
recanted.
that's that. How do you do stuff like that?
Do
I
what?
got a bone to pick with you in
Do
regards to
stuff like
that.
what?
Because, for one, we were supposed to be having a watch party. And then, two, Coming to America was not trash.
I know. I didn't ever say it was
Oh,
trash.
yeah, he changed his mind the next
but
day.
I never said it was trash.
Basically, you did.
No, I said it's not watch party worthy.
Oh.
That's basically saying it's
No,
trash.
that means it's not. It's not.
You canceled our party because
no,
you
I
said
didn't
it
cancel
wasn't
the party.
watch party
I was
worthy.
here. I was here.
Why?
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 Why? What?
What you here for?
Why
We
was I
could have
here?
our party.
I was here partying. I think working maybe.
You know what?
That's
didn't
in the
wanna waste
past.
no
What about this?
electricity on the
What
morning.
about this woman's breakfast? Okay.
Who breakfast?
What are y'all talking
woman's
about? We need to
breakfast.
take a break because I gotta get to
Yeah,
the.
we gotta
get to
order
the
this
bottom of
breakfast.
this.
We gotta order this
Y'all
breakfast.
talking about right
y'all.
now? Did y'all order some breakfast for real?
We
I don't know.
Anybody order no breakfast? Hey, we need to take a break.
Yeah, we gotta take a break. We got
All right, guys, we are taking a break. Shout out to our sponsors: Hotbox,
Hotbox.
Toledo, Essential Vibes,
sir.
Mud City ENT, Greater New Psalmons Church, J. Rush Jennings, and Lance Self, the People Salesman.
Salesman.
people
Go
sell.
get y'all a car. Leah, hold on. Before
wait.
we go to break, Leah Renee.
She laughing.
comments?
She laughing. in
Leah
the
Renee.
comments.
Why are you not here?
Because it's so much funny at home.
I'm popping up on you because I feel some type of way. I ain't seen Leah in some weeks.
Our girl getting herself together because she like, I can't do it with
She
this
been back
mask.
there painting, moving furniture and desks
But
and stuff.
Yeah.
I feel some
That's
type
what
of
it
way.
was.
I
Oh,
really
you need some help
do.
with that desk? She like, no, I got it. I got it.
Leah, I feel neglected.
She taking that to Chewy. She getting thick, so she's strong.
I feel
Oh,
neglected. I feel neglected.
Girl.
Hey.
We miss you.
We'll talk about Leah when we come back.
Yes,
Yeah.
we're going to take a quick break. Keep it locked, guys.
First experience going to a dealership, I had bad credit, and the salesman made me feel horrible. I don't ever want you to have that feeling nor that experience. I guess that's why for the past 9 years they call me the people salesman. Good credit or bad credit, it does not matter to me. No matter your situation, if there's a way to get what you want done, I promise you, I will do everything I can to find it. So please be sure to stop and see me today at your people salesman.
What's going on, everybody? This is Lance Self, is who I am.
And I am Arlinda Self.
And we are the Selfs, and here to present our show called Self-Explanatory.
Yes, it's our podcast
That name-
presented by 419 Grind.
That name just has a ring to it. Self-Explanatory. I feel like we're about to just be explaining a bunch of shit. This is true. I feel that's what it's about to be.
Well, I think we're going to talk about a couple things. We're going to talk about marriage, of course.
Okay.
We've been married, 2 years now, right?
2 years, we've been together for 8.
Right.
Mhm.
Oh, my goodness. It's a long time.
Y'all gonna ask what took so long?
What did take? You know what? We'll get there.
Self-Explanatory.
We're going to talk about blended families,
Yeah.
praying for your spouse, gender roles, living with family members, cheating, raising kids, family upbringing, being there for your spouse, finances, being a wife and a husband, trying to be together and be individuals at the same time, which is one of the things
It took a while.
it's taken a while, but
it has
it's the
taken
fun
a while.
part. We're
Yep.
learning that.
That's what marriage is.
It's a process.
It's a life journey.
I like
it's not
that.
an overnight thing. Yeah, because I know there's a lot of days where I'm trying to be individual. I get on your nerves because of my individual ways. I can tell you one thing for damn sure though. Definitely get on my nerves. It be a lot. You definitely get on my nerves, but I love her.
I get on your nerves.
Yes, it's possible. You do a lot. What's wrong? What's the problem? What's wrong? Hey. I am Lance Self,
And I am Arlinda Self.
and this is the Self-Explanatory Podcast, presented by 419 Grind.
Listen on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and wherever podcasts are heard.
I ain't got the time for a little boy. Better be grown, cause I need more. Gotta have a vision. If you wanna kick, I ain't a gold digger, but don't get it twisted. Every minute is like an investment, and every second should be a blessing. Cause I know I'm an asset. That's why I gotta ask you these questions. Do you carry yourself like you a king? Do you take care of all of your kids? Do you see them? Tell me what you believe in. If you want me, then give me a reason. Because I need the love of a grown-ass man. Cause there's nothing sexier than a grown-ass man. You handle your business just like a grown-ass man. And you put that D on me just like a grown-ass man. I don't care if you hustle, you provide so I don't struggle. And you put all your pride to the side, 9 to 5, and that's what I like about you. It's the little things you do, and you always making boss moves. I don't ask you no questions. I know that's my blessing, yeah. You carry yourself like you a king. Take care of all of your kids and you see 'em. I know who you believe in, and you gave me a reason because I need the love of
DB Bands on the beat, boy. Hold on. What? Hey. Hold on.
Run it up, we gon' run it up. Got this cash in my bag, watch me run it up. Run it up, we gon' run it up. Got this cash in my bag, watch me run it up. All my ladies, if you feel me, help me run it up. If you feel me, help me run it up. All my ladies, if you feel me, help me run it up. If you feel me, help me run it up. Shout out to all of my ladies who getting it. Focus and handling business. Not wasting time on these niggas. Only got time for the figures. No, I don't mean to brag. I got my eye on the bag. Know that the money converts. And I got my mind on the cash. Never mind these haters. Focus on my paper. You ain't getting no money. Hell no, you want me. I'm a boss, boy, I got cash all in my bag.
I'm a boss, boy, I got cash all in my bag.
Run it up, we gon' run it up. Got this cash in my bag, watch me run it up. Run it up, we gon' run it up. Got this cash in my bag, watch me run it up. All my ladies, if you feel me, help me run it up. If you feel me, help me run it up. All my ladies, if you feel me, help me run it up. If you feel me, help me run it up. Do what it take for the cash, then I'ma split it in half. Go put it up in the safe, buy me a couple of bags. My hustle hand is harder than your hustle hand will ever be. That's why I'm single, cause most of these niggas, they just can't keep up with me. So where my ladies who gon' get it on their own? Boy, when you see me, don't be blowing up my phone. Let me live, I got 0 fucks to give. Let me live, I got 0 fucks to give. Run it up, we gon' run it up. Got this cash in my bag, watch me run it up. Run it up, we gon' run it up. Got this cash in my bag, watch me run it up.
The Rise and Grind Morning Show is on. 419 The Grind.
All right, we are back. Can I hear myself? Oh, the music.
Can you run it?
The music was running up. I couldn't hear myself.
Can you help me run it
Yeah,
up?
welcome back to the Rise and Grind Morning Show. I'm gonna read a brief introduction about our next guest. Well, y'all turn.
We in synchronization over here. We in alignment. I'm all tongue tied today.
Well, it's Wednesday.
We in alignment. Okay.
Okay, we're in alignment.
I don't want to be in alignment with the tongue twisting all day. I'm talking about you personally.
No, I'm
like,
talking with the dance moves.
Yeah.
And the ad libs. We've been in musical alignment.
You want to be offline?
No.
I've been tongue tied all day today.
She said she been tongue tied all day, so I'm saying.
I don't know. That's crazy.
Who do we got, Clyde?
Okay, this is today we have attorney Rashia G. Has practiced criminal defense and family law in Ohio at the municipal, state, and appellate levels for several years. She has tried both misdemeanor and felony cases to verdict in jury and bench trials and successfully briefed and argued appellate cases. In addition to private practice, she has worked as a part-time lawyer professor.
Cases.
He tongue-tied too.
Don't say appeal.
Oh.
See?
Oh, maybe.
Talk what you know. In addition to private practice, she has worked as a part-time law professor since 2017. Her work considers the tangible ways in which the law legitimizes identity as a social reality and a hierarchical system. After private practice, Attorney G worked as a senior staff attorney for the nonprofit law firm advocating opportunity, representing human trafficking survivors, and operationalized their anti-racism commitment. Since disengaging anti-racism commitment. Since disengaging practice entirely, she facilitates cross-racial coaching and helps organizations center racial equality and operationalize anti-racism frameworks. She has been an expert witness on cultural competency in custody proceedings, frequently provides media commentary on race, and regularly publishes and lectures about race in America. Attorney G attended college and graduate school at the University of Toledo, earning her BA in political science and an MBA in finance. After earning her master's degree, she moved to Minneapolis, Minnesota, where she graduated from the University of Minnesota Law School. All right, so 419 Grind, let's welcome Rashia G.
Did you write that?
No, she wrote that.
Hey, look, I promise I was about to be like, damn, Harold.
Right.
Dang, she said I wrote.
Do the biography on me.
Right.
Well, did I read it good?
You did a good job.
Did it
You got
sound good,
twisted a little
Rashaya?
bit. I'm like, did a book report? I ain't never heard you introduce a guest like that.
I never
Dang.
All right, you get E for effort. Drop the bomb. He
No,
get a
that
bomb.
ain't E for effort. He did that.
That's what I said. He get a
Let me tell you
bomb.
something.
I'm requesting a bomb for you.
I want to see if I can hear Rashaya. Miss G.
Yes.
Okay, we can hear it. Good morning.
Let's dead the stereotype. All black men can't read because I can read.
Okay.
We didn't say that.
Right. We didn't say you was
feel like I ain't
Floyd.
supposed to know how
We
to
did not
read.
say you was Floyd
Harold,
Mayweather.
I said the way that paper.
We was acknowledging
We
you. Was giving you a
acknowledging your-
compliment.
Okay, thank you.
I even requested you a bomb.
Okay, thank you, Shay. I'm sorry.
Damn.
I felt like I did good too. I was kind of patting myself.
Hey,
on the
Mike
back.
Chalk said that was Harold reading, not Clyde.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Woo, good morning.
Good morning,
Morning,
Miss
Rashad. How you doing
Lee.
today?
You said, what am I doing today?
I said, how are you doing today?
Oh, I'm good.
That's
How are
good.
you?
Great.
Good.
Now that we got that out the way.
So,
Now that we got
how did you like your introduction? Did you do your bio?
I did do my bio. What I was thinking while he was reading it is I probably should shorten this.
No, and
Like
he
he
should
took over the whole
have
interview?
just summarized your bio instead of reading the whole thing. That's all.
Well, it's Women's Month. Y'all just said
Yes,
it's gonna get
yes.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So period.
That's
You needed
true.
some theme music with that.
Yeah,
We did.
yeah.
You should have used. I would have let you use. Let you
We
borrow
should
my
redo it
affirmation.
with the music behind
Not
I
today.
want the superhero horns that Jay references in his songs. I want the dun, 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 dun.
Introduction, huh?
She want that serious theme music.
That Rocky music
Gonna have a little strap with it too.
Right.
with her briefcase.
All that.
So how has it been, Rashira, with you? Have you been practicing the entire COVID, since the pandemic? Like, how has it been? How was it adjusting to, court cases and et cetera, especially with the court system? Then they closed down for a little bit and then doing the virtual court hearings, et cetera. How has that been?
Yeah, so in fairness, I was already transitioning out of practice. I've actually stopped practicing completely. I'm not taking cases anymore. I'm going to repeat that because I still get lots of people reaching out to me to be their attorney. I am no longer taking any cases. I'm not practicing at all anymore.
Wow.
Yeah.
What? Is this a public service announcement?
Yes, absolutely. PSA.
You just hurt my feelings. You know I had a case for you. I always got a case for you.
Yeah. I will keep that in mind. And honestly, that was part of my analysis when I decided to disengage practice. Was the reality I can always come back. Right? I can always come practice again if I decide to do that. But I didn't find practice personally fulfilling. And I think that my inclinations towards justice are to make a broader impact on the entire system. And that's not really possible doing individual cases, not the kinds of cases I do, at least. I mean, if I was doing like civil litigation, class action lawsuits that have the potential to challenge laws, I probably am in a different posture there. But doing the kind of work that I do, I make a difference in that individual's life, which certainly has some value to it. But the system itself is fundamentally flawed.
Yes.
And so I want to think about ways to fix the structure of the system and not just help individuals. So
Okay,
I love that.
Let's take it back a little bit, though.
Amazing.
Let's take it back a little bit to figure out, what made you first want to get into this. Like,
Right.
tell us about yourself. Where did you grow up? What school did you go to? And then what made you want to initially get into this field?
Yeah.
And what's
absolutely.
your zodiac sign? I need your zodiac sign.
My birthday is Sunday. I am a Pisces.
Oh, happy early birthday.
Oh, it's her
Thank
season.
you.
Yes, Pisces season.
Yes, it is. I'm a Pisces. I like to say I'm a Pisces with Aries leanings because I'm close to the sign change, and I think it's like within a week of the time changing.
Right.
I always tell people I have a little, because Pisces are supposed to be kind of chill and laid back, and I have those moments.
Yes.
But I also have enough turn up moments.
Yeah. Look, and I'm a Scorpio, so Scorpios and Pisces, we are water signs, so we are like deep, but then we'll get you now. We gonna listen.
I grew up here. I'm from Toledo, Ohio, born and raised. I spent a lot of time in the Manor growing up.
Okay.
Yeah, used to get. That was where our sitter was. My mom worked second shift, so my mom worked from 2 to 10. And so we would go to the Manor after school and go to bed there, and then my mom would pick us up from there after she got off work.
Wow. What high school did you go to?
Well, I went to Central Catholic.
Okay, I went there with your sister, Kai. Okay.
That's so funny.
Yep.
Now I'm known as Kai's sister. Kai always
and that's your little sister.
That's my younger sister. Now I'm known as Kai's sister.
Wow.
It's true. People know her way more than they know me. I'm born and raised here. I grew up here. I went to OSN for junior high. I went to Cherry, which is now Rosa Parks.
Okay.
For grade school. And I had really interesting experiences at those schools. Those experiences have largely informed my stance about education. My experiences there was very much a school to prison pipeline. We went through metal detectors at OSN. We were searched. And so I had that experience, and my mother said, I don't think that this environment is an environment that you can thrive in. I want to put you in a space that I think is going to nurture you, a space that's going to nurture your intelligence. And so we took the entry placement test at Central, and I did well, and they put me in AP classes, and I was president of my class freshman year.
Yes.
I had a good time at Central. But Central was an interesting space. I tell people it was a good space to be at that time, but it also was a space that wasn't asking important questions about race. I didn't really come into consciousness until college. I credit college, the University of Toledo Political Science program is one of the best programs I've ever had exposure to. Dr. Renee Heberly was my honors thesis advisor, and she just was giving me books and lectures and literature to read and think about why the world is the way it is. Why are there these disparities? Why are women paid less? Why are Black people concentrated in poor areas? Ask the question why, instead of assuming that this is just the way it is and the way it's supposed to be and the only way it can be. Ask why, figure out, trace it back. And so that kind of started my foray into justice, into law, into thinking about how opinions are written and how statutes are written and who gets to write them and what are their personal beliefs and how do those personal beliefs manifest in the law. And so then I was like, okay, so obviously all these people are doing it wrong. I'm gonna be a lawyer and do it better.
Right.
And fix it. No, I actually thought I was gonna run for office, was originally my plan. I worked for the mayor's office as an intern. I worked under Ford, I worked under Bill, and I worked under Cardi. And then I realized that being in public life requires, expects or demands a level of pretending.
Yes.
That I think it's hard to get things done when you have to kind of play up this facade. So I decided I didn't want to do that. I was just going to practice law. I got a master's in finance because I said I'm just going to negotiate mergers and acquisitions.
Right.
You know, I grew up poor, right? I want money. So where in the law can I make money? I didn't want to go to court. I didn't want to represent people in criminal proceedings. I remember I told Dr. Heberly I would much rather play with people's money than to play with people's freedom. And she said, I think because you grasp the gravity of it, you grasp the severity of the situation, you're exactly the kind of person who should help people with their freedom. And so I went to law school at the University of Minnesota. I love law school. Minneapolis is amazing. If you've never been, you should go. It's a fantastic place. Minneapolis is a very progressive place. It's a very woke place, large LGBTQ community, large Somalian population, large Black bar, lots of Black lawyers. So it's a place that really, really pours into you It's a real sense of community. I really liked Minneapolis. But my high school sweetheart, the guy I dated all through high school, all through college, lived in Toledo and was not a fan of Minneapolis. And so when we decided that we were going to really work on our relationship and see where it goes, I moved back to Toledo. And I didn't have a plan. So.
Wow. So that's the love story with it.
Are you guys still together?
We are married.
Lonnie, you stopped her from going to Minnesota. Oh, I'm gonna get on Lonnie when I see him.
He like Toledo.
He from the
I
mud.
know, right? I'm like, so you rescued me to bring me to Toledo.
How romantic, huh?
Well, it's needed here. Our African American community definitely need an advocate like you fighting for us and everything.
That's very nice. I appreciate that. Thank
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that's like the tough part about it, because I've always wanted to go to law school, and I don't know what stopped me from going to law school originally. Actually, I do know what stopped me. I didn't like college, and when she spoke on the pretending part, it's like I was still learning how to, separate a lot of things. Like sometimes when you're passionate about change, it's like it's all you want to jump on it. You want to
It's like,
you know
how do you
what?
go
Yeah,
about
it's
it?
how do you doing it the right way. And
Yes.
then me being, I don't bite my tongue or hold my tongue about much. But
Right.
then there's a time and place for all of that. Knowing how to simmer
Yes.
it down. And
Separate
I had
the
that
two.
mindset
Yeah.
like. Man, y'all ain't about to just tell me what to do. Y'all got me
Listen.
effed up because
Yes.
I ain't right. That's not what we about to do.
Listen, I know that too much.
But it was the part like, do I really want to sit? It was actually, I've taken a few free law classes.
Okay.
Because I felt even though I didn't go to college for it, I can still, we can educate ourselves on anything. And me sitting in these law classes, the one I just finished was with the University of Akron. That was hard.
Well, how long was the program?
It was 6 months.
Okay.
And it was at your own pace, sort of, kind of.
So what were you going to obtain when you were done?
You
Like
just, it's
a
just the fact that
certificate?
you,
Teaching you law?
yeah, it's just, it wasn't anything like where you're getting a degree for it. But
Okay.
these class, we don't know. Education is out here for us all. And this was a free class.
Right.
And then they have others that you can take that you can pay like
YouTube
200,
University
300,
too.
YouTube, all type of
Like
stuff
YouTube
just to get the
University.
education. But sitting in this class, because some people in this class were actually in law school. The class was predominantly white. So just looking at their questions and their responses to, the slideshows, and then I don't want to. Maybe I shouldn't have said where I took the class from, but to me, it's always kind of different when it's another race teaching about our our culture.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he had a lot of valid points. He did good with setting up the class, but just looking at the responses from the people who were in the class, it made me angry.
But that's school period. You gotta think what we learned and what we taught. We not taught about our people. Christopher Columbus and Thomas Edison and all that, not knowing that they originally got them ideas from us.
Our success was hidden.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot they didn't teach us.
Yeah.
Rashad, by you stepping away from the, as far as not representing, is it because of how insensitive the justice system is to our culture? Is that what's making you make that stand like that? And are you fighting to make it better for us?
I think that I won't just say it insensitive. I just think that it's been, and I think this dovetails well with what the points that you guys were just making about how the original design of these institutions did not have the fullness of our humanity in mind when they were created. And this is every institution. This isn't unique to the law. This is the law. This is our educational system, right? They were created from a foundation of inequity. And it's a foundation that we don't interrogate. It's a foundation, it's like we assumed would just get better over time. Without us making the deliberate effort, without an intentional strategy about the ways in which we were going to deconstruct that foundation of inequity and replace it with a foundation of equality. One of the things that my students get exposure to in my class when we talk about my class is Race in the Law, and I there's a part where we explore critical race theory as a response to racism, as a legal a response. It's legal, but extra judicial, right? It's not within the courts, but it's still a legal movement started largely by Black scholars, kind of interrogating these questions. And one of the tenets of critical race theory is that racism in America is not an aberration, right? It's not a deviation from the norm. It's not an exception. Racism in America is the rule, and equality is the exception, right? And it attempts to reframe our thinking around these issues. We presume our institutions are fair, in part because of some of the very things you guys were just saying, right? The information that we get in school, the information we get in our K through 12 education, very much sets up this presumption that our institutions are objective, our institutions are neutral, our institutions are fair. That's why we don't spend time questioning how things got this way or why things are this way, because it's taught to us as though this just kind of organically evolved, not like these are the results and the logical conclusions of deliberate and intentional decisions made by a very small subset of the population that had very unfavorable views about racial minorities, about women, about poor people, about people with mental health, about LGBTQ people. I mean, my students are always shocked and horrified, I think, on some level, about the very things you guys are just saying. And I think to some extent, most of my students feel robbed or lied to, in part because we call it in the scholarship, shout out to Jelani Exum, who actually just wrote this on my page and drew my attention to it. We call this controlled narratives, right? The idea that there's only certain information we're getting so that we can paint a particular, can you guys see me? I mean, hear me?
We can still hear you.
Because it looks like I froze. Okay, all right. Okay, yeah, but this idea that we withhold certain information and we project or we teach other information so we can project a particular image, right? A sterilized image, a whole image, right? Of a country that has by and large been good and been on the side of right and been just, and therefore is the appropriate beacon or standard for the rest of the world. And while on some fronts that is true, on other fronts it's very much not. And we don't talk about that in its entirety. And I think that is also reflected in our politics, right? We don't let politicians be the full spectrum of who they are, right? We don't let politicians be, people who've made good decisions and people who've made bad decisions. We have this expectation that you are going to be pristine, that you are going to be without flaw, that you are going to have lived this wholesome life and blah, blah, blah. And some people can master that, and some people, but for most of us, that's not the case. And I think we're more well-rounded and we're more critical thinkers when we have these less than perfect lives, when we've had exposure to some hardship and heartache and poor decision making and et cetera. But we don't let people be human. And I think that largely derives from the obsession even America has with projecting America first, projecting America the best, projecting America the flawless, right? And so we don't tell the truth about America's history and about how race, for example, has evolved throughout that history. And so that's why it's a conversation we can't get past, because we don't have it honestly. And so, yeah, that is what I'm attempting to do. It's hard to do that in practice because being honest can have real consequences for your clients. Getting on bad terms with a judge, that judge might be less amenable to your arguments because judges are people too.
But that's not fair, is it?
Well, no, it's not.
The judge ain't supposed to be a person. He's supposed to be a judge at the end of the day, right?
It ain't never
fair. But just imagine like what she's looking to do, and then you're dealing with people who get the education on what's going on. They're seeing it firsthand, but they want to keep their view on it.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to, you know.
Because I know some judges that wake up like, everybody going to jail today. I don't give a fuck.
And I mean, I think I think it might be a little bit of the opposite too, which is that most people don't get this information. Most Black people don't get this information, right? I mean, one of the things I consistently have to say to people is Black people are an expert on their experience in this country.
Mm-hmm.
That does not mean that they are an expert on race, all things race. And Black people are good at other things besides race. Black people study other things besides. Black people are engineers and doctors and you know, cosmetologists that'll blow you out of this water because they study their craft. That means that they're not spending time with their head buried in a book about race.
Right.
So much of consciousness, at least about race, is unexplored, uncharted territory for a vast majority of the country. In fact, one of the things I am attempting to do with my space in this field is to create this kind of curriculum, this kind of standard curriculum to help us reorient or to move our understanding from where it is right now, from the trajectory you just talked about, right? Christopher Columbus, you know, Pilgrims and Indians, there was slavery. It's kind of hazy when it started, but it's kind of back there somewhere. And then Abraham Lincoln, you know, freed the slaves, and then Martin Luther King came along and fixed Jim Crow, and we've been fine ever since, right? Like, this is the trajectory that people have exposure to, and it's just one, it's not true. But secondly, though, there are so many holes in that story. Right. There is so much that's not conveyed. And people have questions. People are curious about race. Children are curious about race in the same way they're curious about everything else, right? Why some people have an outie belly button and why some people have an innie belly button. They are similarly, you know, curious about why some people have dark skin and why some people have light skin. And those are not conversations that we know how to have productively. Those are not conversations where we edify children. And so kids get their information from wherever, cartoons.
That's just the way God made it. That's what I heard a lot.
Yeah, that. Or they say, don't ask, don't talk about it, it's not important, right? And that's not true. It is important because in this country, skin tone has meaning attached to it. And they learn those meanings through songs, through movies, through jokes, through stories, through cartoons.
Skin tone get you killed.
Yeah. So I mean, we have to reorient, or we have to shift the building blocks of our understanding on race, and we need to shift them significantly. And I think what you've seen in the last year is an opportunity to do that. If we can get over this hump. People fail to realize that educational spaces like classrooms and curriculums and who's teaching are just as contested as elections and courtrooms, as court cases. Though, you know, the battle over the minds, the battle over what's going to be taught is just as important, and it's just as fierce as any court case in any election.
Right. So can I ask you a question about the justice system? Because I asked it before. Is it really true that if a public defender don't win his case, he don't get paid, and that's why we're often opted to take plea bargains instead of trying to go to trial and win our cases?
So I can't So first, my instinctual response is no. They're public employees. They're paid every pay period just like anyone else. Okay. It's not like a commission or it's not like you do a good job, you get paid. They get paid. But that being said, I've never been a public defender. So I don't want to speak about how that department or works. What I can tell you is that when I was in law school, I was on I was part of a clinic, and in law school, clinics are supposed to help law students get practical experience in the field. And I was part of a defense clinic, and I remember asking my professor, the prosecutor's office and the public defender's office funded out of the same money, because the public defender, the kids who were on the public defender side, the students who were on the public defender side, had all these resources, nice office, desk, And then we had like a closet, like brooms and mops in the corner and like broken chairs.
Right.
And I remember being like, are these two offices funded out of the same pot of money? And my professor said yes. And I said, why such a disparity in spending? And my professor said, you try convincing taxpayers to, spend money on criminals. And it became very clear to me in that exchange, and then subsequently, that calling someone a criminal is similar to racializing that person. And what I mean by that is you load them with a host of meanings and associations when they become a criminal, right? I mean, and we see this all through our language in society, right? We talk about the innocent, right? That person was innocent, or innocent children. And that's a contrast to if you're a criminal, you're somehow less worthy, less deserving, this thing that we should move out of our way, out of our sight, out of our presence, not a human who has made a poor decision, who we should figure out how to make whole.
Right. Try to rehabilitate.
Yeah. So we got a lot of work to do.
Well, yeah, this was deep. This was a good conversation. We're going to take a quick break, really quick. You guys keep it locked. Shout out to our sponsors, Hotbox, Toledo.
Yes,
hey,
Essential Vibes, Mud City ENT, Greater New Psalmons Church, J. Rush Jennings, and Lance Self, the People Salesman.
Yes, sir.
We're going to take a quick break. Make
Stay
sure you guys keep it locked.
We got more with Rashad G. Stay locked, please.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
It's the vibe for me. It's your vibe for me. Do you see me out there vibing freely? I don't care, I'm a vibe anywhere. Take a drive or by fair, applying pressure cause I'm rare. It's the vibe for me. It's your vibe for me.
First experience going to a dealership, I had bad credit, and the salesman made me feel horrible. I don't ever want you to have that feeling nor that experience. I guess that's why for the past 9 years they call me the people salesman. Good credit or bad credit, it does not matter to me. No matter your situation, if there's a way to get what you want done, I promise you, I will do everything I can to find it. So please be sure to stop and see me today at your people salesman.
This is an exclusive interview with the 419grind.com.
Okay, so we here. You are here with the 419 Grind. It's your girl, Miss Leah Renee, and I'm here with my girl, Shay K.
What's up, y'all?
Yes, and we're here with
Hey.
Yes, absolutely.
Y'all brought him?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm live from the Grind in the Morning Show. You live from Sprung.
I'm just playing.
So we are here representing the 419 Grind. Make sure you tune in every single morning for the Rise and Grind Morning Show, Monday through Friday. Hey, we got Joe Torre in the building.
Yes, the king of
the
the night.
king of comedy, okay? So, how did it feel coming to Toledo? You are in Mud City. How did it feel to be in Mud City performing? How was the energy?
You know what? Every time I come to Toledo, the energy is always warm. It feels like I'm at home.
Yes. Yeah.
Because it's, Toledo's a real city to me.
Yes,
I have fun.
definitely.
I always hang out. I hate when I can't come here for a couple of days. Damn. They just threw somebody out.
Somebody got kicked out.
Loud as hell, huh?
Hey, they wasn't VIP.
But the love is like how I grew up. Which is like, I feel like I feel like my cousins.
Yes.
I feel like I'm just coming home to, to like kick it, and that's what I love because it ain't ever.
Absolutely. I've definitely been in LA. It's a whole different vibe out here. This is the Midwest. It's Mud City, and we keep it real and authentic. You know, so we appreciate you stopping through.
Yes.
Are you going to be here in the morning? Because you need to stop by the Rise and Grind morning show.
Most
Come have a seat.
I wish I could.
What, you leaving?
Come on, you know the weather coming up.
Yeah, that's why you got to stay a little longer.
Okay, so since you're not going to be here in the morning, what you doing tonight? Where's the after party? Tell people right now.
Tell the party.
Where's that?
Tell people where you going.
Where we going?
Want to give them that shout out?
Yes.
Well, ain't tomorrow, ain't tonight, but you know, we're gonna talk about it yesterday.
Yeah. Plug. I like how you did that. I followed it.
Well, I need you to do one more thing before we go. You got to look in that camera and you got to tell them who's the #1 morning show in America.
If they don't know, it's the 419 Grind, baby.
Rise and Grind.
And every Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 10 o'clock, you can see us, Leah Renee, Shay K, and Clyde Green, and Jay Cool.
Hey, and it's our boy Joe Torre.
Thanks for watching this exclusive interview with the 419grind.com. Wake up. You are now listening to the Rise and Grind Morning Show, presented by 419 The Grind.
The Grind. We're back.
We are back.
Yep.
So I hope you guys have been enjoying this conversation we have with the lovely Rashira G.
Yes.
You know, we have some wonderful queens in our community, and she is our representative for law.
Phenomenal, yes.
And I want to go ahead and read some of the comments. Rashira, you have your sorors. One here, Danetta Carter.
Yes,
she said,
shout out
"Hello,
to
soror." Rashira, so what chapter? What sorority do you belong to?
Alpha Kappa Alpha chapter. Follow 6.
Are you gonna do the
Make your little song.
Make your little song. Do your bird call.
I am not.
All right. Okay, we respect that. But y'all that's watching, y'all know what y'all do.
Right, they probably doing it for you when they see you was on the show.
I dare not try.
Don't even disrespect it like that. I ain't even gonna disrespect it.
Man, listen, I already be having people on my head. Like, I ain't got time for the whole Alpha Kappa be trying to come at me like, nah, you know.
Right, pop right down on you at that insurance.
Y'all see how they did Boosie when he was trying to
They do not play it, okay?
That was a serious journey for them, and you shouldn't play with that. I know. I went to school with cats. That was a serious journey. Like
that is true, but you know, us black folks always find a joke out of something.
It is not even a joke. It's just I was fascinated by the song because I'm like, first of all, I can't even scream, let alone that.
Yeah.
So how do you train?
You need some Ricola for the whole week.
Like, how do you train?
You know, I actually haven't ski-weed in
that's what it is.
some time. No, because it's something you do. It makes more sense to do it when you're with sorors.
Yeah,
right.
And
we have been gathering.
So, like, do you practice it to keep it here and there? Like, you know, so you don't lose your ski-weed?
No way. That's part of the reason why I'm not gonna practice this live.
She need her hot lemon.
People to see and judge me.
No,
because it's something you have to. Yeah, it's something that I think it's certainly. I don't even know.
Listen, after we get done with this meeting, she gonna go in the backyard and start practicing.
Right.
Like, see if I got it. Lonnie, come here. Lonnie, do it sound good?
She been yelling at that little girl, kind of hurt her voice a little bit.
Man,
kids take your vocals down.
So Danetta Carter said, "Hello, soror Rashira G. I'm so proud of you." Leah, before getting my broadcasting career, I started with pre-law, and that lasted about a few months until I hit them law classes. And Jesus, I didn't make it. Well, Leah, you got your
nursing and your broadcasting, girl.
Yeah, and journalism. So you found what worked for you.
I'm proud of Rashira too, just being an African American woman in our community. And like, even when she was representing law, she was like on fire. Like, she was in the court serious. Like, you ain't about to.
Because you've actually experienced her services.
I have, and that's why she's a guest on our show.
Tell us how that was.
It was great to have. Like, it's like your mama going in the court with you. Like, hold on.
Like,
Like,
Hold on,
this
Your
my
Honor.
son, he got his pants pulled up today.
Right.
What's the problem?
He got his suspenders on today. He is trying,
What's
Your
the
Honor.
problem?
He's
Okay.
not about to do our men like
Listen,
this.
I done whooped him already. Don't make me whoop you. Now what's up?
And
we need to dismiss.
They respect her. They respect her down there. They know when she coming to court. Like, oh man, here she about to tell us
Clyde, you
about
better get
herself.
together. You got community service. Don't make me look
Well,
a
his
fool
name
out
wasn't
here.
Clyde in court.
Black mamas are saving the world. Black mamas are the standard for everything.
Yes.
I think about black mamas are the glue. I mean, their capacity to do stuff. Black women in general of any magnitude continue to blow me away when I think about the things that Black women throughout history, not even just
Yes.
throughout history. I mean, if you go as far back as the women who, obviously were on Underground Railroad, Ida B.
Right.
Wells, whose life was threatened because she was so committed to reporting about lynching happening in the Deep South.
Yes.
She was ran out of Tennessee. I mean, and you think that lineage goes all the way up and through Toni Morrison and Maya Angelou and Audre
Correct.
Lorde. And then you get to Kamala, Michelle, and Stacey Abrams, and Black women. Not only, I mean, you got to think Serena Williams is a titan in the tennis arena, but also stepped out of that role to write a piece about the racism that Black women face in birthing space. Right, so we're constantly doing the most, right, and not even just doing it, but we're running our houses and our children and our careers.
That was going to be my next question.
Our community.
Yes.
Right. So, I mean, that was one of the things that attracted me to AKA, because it's a space for that, right? It's a space not only that you get to as an outlet for your service and your commitment to your community, but also a support network of other Black women who had these experiences and who are there to enrich you, to pour into you, to protect you, to pray for you, to be a resource for you, to introduce you to people, to, just be, exactly what Donetta is doing, right?
Yes.
Just be a cheerleader, to just be there, to say, I see you, I acknowledge what you're doing, I'm proud of you, I want to support you. And I think that, me and my mama were talking about, and my mama was like, who should we entrust America to? And I was like, Black women.
Yes.
Because we gonna get it done.
Yeah, we gonna
You hear
definitely
me?
get it done.
And somebody's gonna get a whooping.
I said we gonna
You
get it done.
whooping.
Give us the country, we gonna get it done.
And that was gonna be my next question. Like, how do you balance? Even when you were, in the courts, being a wife, being a mother. Like, how did you balance that?
I think balance is an evolving concept.
Yeah.
It looks different at different times.
Yes.
And I think a big part of it, and a big part of what I am attempting to practice and to share, is just grace and patience with yourself. I think we want all of these areas to be, a 10. We want our kids to be not just, dressed well and looking nice and presentable, but also, doing well in school and having good character and also happy and fulfilled. And you want yourself to be, killing it at work and also, feeling fulfilled professionally, because those two things are not the same. And I think that was what, that was part of my frustration when I was practicing, is because when I did well, I think people mistook that as evidence of my enjoyment or my fulfillment in practice. And it's not. Those two things are not the same. So when we're talking about balance, we want to make sure that not only are we killing it at work, but that we're getting what we need for our own personal enrichment, for our own personal growth, for our own personal sanity and happiness from those jobs, from those places. You spend an inordinate amount of time at work. You should not hate it.
Yeah.
Right.
And the reality is that most people hate their jobs.
Right.
Most people are not motivated by the work that they do. Most people don't feel fulfilled by the work that they do. And I said, if I don't owe myself anything else in this world, I owe myself a level of fulfillment. I owe myself enrichment. I owe myself to be challenged and to be changed by the work that I'm doing.
Exactly.
And so I am constantly trying to keep the idea that I need to be patient with myself and give myself grace. And lastly, and it's the last thing I'll say about this, it's okay that your goals change. It's okay that your perspective changes. When I was younger, I think I used to want my daughter, before I had kids, I wanted my kids to be, tip top, dressed to the nines all the time.
But then as you get older, you learn one of the things, your kids don't care. You care.
Right.
Kids don't care.
Yes.
But two,
Ace outfit too small today.
Yeah,
and that's it. I didn't feel like fighting to get it out the door. Come on.
It's true. And you spend all that money when there are other more enriching experiences.
Yes.
So, I've come to a place where, I let my kids sit and play in the dirt and get dirty, because she's going to learn more sitting in the dirt, playing in the dirt, than she's going to learn being dressed to the nines.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Being G'd up. So,
yes.
And that's okay that, I used to want to be, the most, proficient lawyer, this kind of shark, and I have the high-rise office and a Mercedes-Benz and a big house, and I'm constantly doing deals and cases and blah, blah, blah. And I think when I achieved some measure of that on some level, I realized that one, you always need more.
Mm-hmm.
And the more you make, the more you spend. And so you need to look for other ways to experience worth, or to know worth outside of that. And that's okay. If you started off saying you were going to be a lawyer and now you a broadcaster, that's okay. Give yourself room and grace. You don't owe your old self anything. You don't owe
that's beautiful.
That is. I love it.
Of yourself anything. And so that's a big part of balance, is just I'm growing and changing. My circumstances are growing and changing. My body is growing and changing.
Yes.
And
your mindset is growing and changing.
Yes, exactly. Mm-hmm. And I need to be receptive to that, and I need to hold space for that, and I need to honor that, because that is the destination. That is as valuable as whatever goal I'm trying to reach.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Like Biggie said, more money, more problems.
Right. Listen, and like you said, things do change. When I had my first kid, I wanted them dressed to the T and all that. Then you have more, and you be like, okay, what's really important?
Well, you go out and buy your kids Jordans and all these $100 outfits, and they want Spider-Man and Skechers. They want the shoes that light up,
right,
and sparkle.
And that extra money you can be pouring into them and sending them tutoring and dance class and doing all that stuff. Like,
kids don't even know who Jordan is nowadays.
That's true.
Exactly.
Yes.
And we communicate those values to them, right? That's they don't come out of the womb valuing Jordans or valuing gold or valuing anything, valuing race even, right?
Yes.
Those are values we communicate to them when we spank them for getting dirty, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or when we say a neighborhood is safe and there is entire population absent from that neighborhood.
Correct.
We communicate to children what to expect. They mediate, they understand normal through us, right? They know what it is they should value, what's important, who's important, what is safe, what is love, everything watching us and how we react, how we're treated, how we treat other people, and how we treat them.
Right.
Yeah. So you speaking today, girl.
It is.
I wish you would have came in. Like, I need to feel this black girl magic energy. Like, girl, we gotta reschedule. We need you.
We gonna try to get her a weekly spot on the
like
show.
Zoom call. We did not do Zoom, girl. I needed you in this seat. Like, we need you in here. Okay.
Clyde's gonna reach out to her because he mentioned a few things that I think would be great for her.
For sure. We definitely gotta get you in here. I need that energy. I need to touch your toes.
It's real though.
Did you say touch her toes? Rashad, listen, don't.
We do not touch
We don't touch toes, okay? I want you to be.
I apologize on behalf of the 419.
We gonna make sure Shay is sitting on the opposite side, and she is not gonna touch your toes.
Listen, it's all kind of pressure points on your feet.
Let me find out y'all both got foot fetishes.
So, Rashaya, what did the pressure points do for you on your feet when they're touched? I noticed
I'm not entirely aware of like the actual physiological effects.
I'm gonna do my homework.
So you was willing to find out with Shay.
That's weird. I can tell you that when I rub my feet.
Thank you for having my back.
Or fuzzy pillows.
Yes.
I'm sure there's something to it.
I twinkle my toes when I eat some good food.
Shay, make sure you get a pedicure, and that she signs a waiver stating, because look, this the attorney now. We ain't got time.
Y'all are goofy.
We ain't trying to have you sue us because she up here trying to touch your feet without your permission.
Get out of here. I'm not. Girl, take your socks off. Let's twinkle toes. No, I'm not going to do that for real.
Listen, now that you said that, though, when I come in, I need y'all to have something for me to put my feet on.
We got you.
Okay, pillow, a fuzzy rug.
Yeah, we got some fuzzy pillows in here for you.
Got some props around here somewhere.
But I want to commend you for taking that step and speaking out about that. Since this is Women's Month, listen, I just want to get away with Women's Month. We do this every day. We don't need no month. We rule the world. We do. We run the world.
We celebrate women around here a lot.
Yes. We know it's not just 1 month. We constantly will be celebrating women, men, community. We're not waiting for 1 month. But since Jesse said, we are highlighting women today, specifically, even though we should be doing it every day, but whatever.
Okay.
Like I said, we highlight them every day. So.
To make sure that we go back and reiterate on how you said you pulled back from something, and it could have been, with you going to law school, you taking that time, because everyone knows law school is a whole different ball game.
Yeah.
And to step back from what other people may have thought they wanted for you or wanted you to do. You got the community who's probably always calling you like, hey, I need you to do this case. But you have a vision, and you actually took that step back to actually walk in your purpose. Even though that probably wasn't an easy decision for you.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe it was, because...
Girl, you got a good job. You better not quit doing them law cases.
Yeah. But you know how it's always those people that try to defer you from
But what she stated was she kind of set herself up to have a different option, and then...
Plus her eyes was open as far as to see, like, this some bullshit.
Yes. So now she's taking that and she's focusing on it. It's not that she's not using her law degree.
No, she's
using it to,
inform.
And to actually use your purpose behind it. So I really want to commend you for that, because a lot of time us as women need to get in the practice of that. We always are wearing all the hats. We doing it all. We wearing all the shoes.
Absolutely.
And we so often don't walk in our purpose. Absolutely. And that is harder to do while we're always cheering everybody else on. Because you know how it is. We know mothers, our grandmothers, just women in general,
we got a phone
are the
call.
nurturers, so we nurture everybody else, but don't nurture ourselves sometimes. So I'm glad you spoke out on that.
Yes, 1,000%. I could not have said it better. You said it. I mean, that was beautiful. You're absolutely right. I think the most radical act of resistance women can engage in, especially women of color, especially Black women, is ownership over your destiny in life. Is to say, this is what I want. This is what I believe I'm capable of doing. This is where I think I'm most effective. And to walk in that in the face of backlash and resistance and pushback that you just, and then all of these forces that are just kind of simultaneously impacting you, because you're right, it very much was people's response. Why would you not practice anymore?
Right.
You're busy. People think you're good. You can, have all of these other options after practice if you want.
Yes.
You should continue to do that, even though it wasn't a space that I thought served me or the best use of my talents and gifts. And so I'm the person you call. I'm like, quit the job.
Yep.
It looks like we got a caller on the line.
Yes. And we do have a caller.
Yes. Thanks for calling the morning show. We got Shay K, Breezy and Clyde Green, and J. Cool. Who we got?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Is that grandma?
That mother.
His mother. Good morning, mother.
Good morning. Hey, I wanted to call in this morning and tell y'all that Jesus is on the main line.
Oh my goodness. Yes. Hallelujah.
Did you want to say something to Rashaya G, mama?
Mother. She's smoking.
Hold on. Is that her?
Yeah.
No, that's Clyde.
It's Clyde.
Is that her?
That's him. Get him, mother. You there?
Hey, I saw the show with the boot camp man, and the boot camp man needs to come and help these kids in the community.
Oh, okay. We're gonna get the boot camp man to help him.
We show him a home.
Yes, we're gonna get him together. Thanks for that, mother. You got anything else?
You got any questions for Rashaya G, mother?
Yeah, and that's what I heard. I heard told him I heard he was gonna be a sponsor for you guys.
What?
Who was? Sean Mahone?
Mother?
Mother.
Okay.
Okay. Well, yeah, it's gonna be a sponsor. So you guys have a great day.
Oh,
all right.
Thank
Have to get in touch with
We'll
him.
have
We'll
to-
call him after the show.
Mother, you got the plug. I
Hey.
understand. Thank you.
Thanks for calling, Mother. Call
Thank
tomorrow.
you.
Call back tomorrow.
Calling every day. Possibly.
No. Was that not every conversation you'd ever had with your granny or your great granny?
Every conversation. I
They
didn't hear
start off
nothing.
talking about Jesus, then they go to these kids, then they tell you about yourself, and then they say they'll call you tomorrow.
And they tell you they're going to give you a couple dollars to have a little something for you.
Or they start off, I prayed for y'all last night and this morning. Rest in peace
Shout
to
out
my
to
grandmother.
to the women, to the grandmamas. I don't have
I
my
promise
grandmother
you.
with me, but shout out to the ones
Yes.
that are still there. You guys, we make a big difference, and it's needed.
Yes.
For sure.
Well, this was a wonderful segment. Shy, now listen. Make sure you check. Don't block our emails now. I know the toe situation, but look. Be on the lookout from an email from Harold. I know y'all been communicating because we would love to, speak with you more often. If you can make some room in your schedule.
Yes.
I feel like you have so many gems to share with our community and women and men all in one. So listen, if you don't mind sharing them with the 419 grind.
It's always good to relate with your people.
Yes.
For sure.
Understand, we know what's going on.
Yes.
Because it's a hard system out here, and a lot of young men and women get in trouble because they don't have knowledge of the system. They don't know. They go into court blindsided. They don't know what to do. They don't know what to say or how to respond. They just whatever.
And they working against them. The public
They
defenders
mercy on
ain't
the court
telling
for
them.
real.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I'm
so
saying?
we need more people like
and
her.
I mean, it's back to what we were talking about earlier, right? It's that the image that's projected, right, creates one set of expectations in our mind about how the system works versus the reality that's been withheld from us or that we haven't been taught has a whole different apparatus about the ways in which this works. I am teaching at the University of Minnesota, and I'm helping them craft their racially conscious efforts for their incoming class. And one of the young ladies that was in our group that we were talking about, she was saying that one of the things she thinks would be helpful is to have students write down their personal values and then write down what values we think the legal system has or maintains. So you can see that there is a gap between the values you have and the values the legal system promotes. And I think that is certainly true within our community. And when she said it resonated with me because she said, I have to explain to clients consistently that the value system that you have is a separate value system from the court. So the court doesn't work on the basis of your value system. And I said, that's exactly right? And it's because the image that's been taught to us about America suggests one thing, right? And then the reality of America, the parts that have been kept from us, the parts that aren't taught in school, informs those institutions as much as those values that they do teach. And so we are not prepared because we have not been fully and comprehensively educated about the reality of our societal institutions. So you're exactly right. We walk in going, they can't do it if they don't have evidence. They can't blah, blah, blah.
Yes, they can.
One of the biggest things that people fail to realize, and I will end on this, I always get people who would be charged with something heinous, robbery, rape, whatever, you pick a crime. And they would come to me and they would say, I absolutely did not do that. And the only thing they have is her testimony, his testimony, that testimony, or the person saying it, right? And they can't convict me with no physical evidence. They can't convict me without DNA. They can't convict me without, X, Y, and Z. And that's not true. In Ohio, for example, testimony, my word, is evidence. And if I take the stand and if I say what I say, and the jurors believe me, that is enough to get you locked up. However long, right? So it can happen just that quick.
Yes.
Somebody can say you did something, and if they take the stand and you take the stand and the jury believes them over you, you will go to prison.
Yeah.
Right?
Wow.
And in people's mind, it doesn't work that way. It can't work that way, right? Because that's not, in people's mind, that's not justice. Someone being to say something about me and people believing it, and then I go to prison doesn't sound like justice.
Right.
But that also demonstrates how removed we are from these systems.
Correct.
We don't understand them or involve ourselves or familiarize ourselves with them unless we're in trouble or someone we know is in trouble. And by that point, it's usually too late because the apparatus is so large and it's like a behemoth, and you get consumed by it if you don't know how to navigate and if you can't read the nuances and the nonverbal cues. And most people can't. Even people who vote for these judges, people vote for judges and they never see them again. Mm-hmm. They never go in the courtroom and watch. They never read their opinions. They never see when they're reprimanded. People have no idea how the court system actually works. And it continues to swallow people whole. And we continue as a society to be oblivious to it until we're personally affected by it. And so this is something we also as a community just need to be more invested in. We need to be asking questions. When these judges come to your churches asking for your vote, you need to ask them what's their stand on mass incarceration. You need to ask them what's their stance on criminal reform. You need to ask them what have they done, what they intend to do in order to reduce the prison population and the racial disparities in prison population. These people are not doing you a favor by showing up at your church asking for your vote. They need your vote. And then they should be coming back to your church asking what the community needs. They are public servants.
And following up. Yeah.
And we don't hold them to that. As a community, we don't hold them to that. And I consistently have to say to people, no one is coming to save us. We are who we've been waiting for. And that means we have to do our job. And we haven't been. Yes. And so if I could leave anything with the community, it's just that we need to, especially in our courts, scrutinizing electing as prosecutor, who we're electing as judges, who we're electing to the appellate courts. We need to be invested because those realities, those picks disproportionately affect us.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Thank you for those gems.
This was so good today, man. I wish we got 2 more hours.
I feel like we need a
tonight.
snap. Right.
Drop a bomb.
Drop a bomb.
She blew us up today.
Yeah, she did.
That need a beat. That need a snap and the bomb.
I told y'all I want them superhero horns.
Yes, you deserve those. Next time we gonna have a red carpet rolled out. You definitely did your thing, girl. Coming to law.
For sure.
Thank you so much.
So do you have any shout outs that you wanna we like for our guests to shout people out? Your support system.
I have to do at least one.
Okay.
My mother's office, Frogtown Financial, they were actually watching you guys yesterday. And heard someone say that I was going to be on today, and that person gave him a shout out, and so they made it clear when I got on here that I needed to make sure that my shout out game was ready. So
yes.
Shout out to Frogtown Financial on Monroe. Go get your taxes done, all that jazz.
We're gonna have to get them on the show.
I'm gonna Lisa Moore. Shout out to her.
Yeah, shout out to them. Yes.
Beautiful people over there getting y'all taxes right, and some of them getting returns already, spending that money when the sun come out. I saw y'all.
And my birthday is Sunday.
Yes.
Happy birthday, y'all return.
Yep, she said cash up for some of that return. It's her birthday.
And where can the people find you at on social media if they have any questions and want to reach out to you?
On Facebook, I'm Rashia G, and then on Instagram, I am Advocator with AKA.
Hey.
ADVAKATOR.
Okay.
Yes.
And y'all check her out because she be on there dropping these same gems on her Facebook Lives and on her Instagram. She telling it to y'all.
Hey.
So don't be acting like y'all don't want to hear it because it's the truth.
Sounds like she should have a podcast.
But, we're going to work on that. We're going to send her some emails and stuff.
We're going to have to get, we are a network. We're not just a morning show. Hey, we wear many hats around this mug, okay?
All day, every day.
And we trying to bring our people with us,
That's what it's about. For sure. Uplifting our people.
And speaking of uplifting, I got to give my people, the grinders, an uplifting message for the day.
Let's hear
So
it.
here I go, y'all. Every single manifestation, how big or how small, how financial or how physical or mental, goes through a process. Some are faster than others. As long as you show up for yourself, you'll get closer every single time. The universe always meets your efforts halfway. Let's pivot from not what has happened, but what hasn't happened yet, to I am so proud of myself for showing up until it does. Divine timing is real. Trust it and trust you.
Show up for yourself.
Yes.
Go ahead, Shay K.
I love her affirmation because that's the nicest she talk all day.
That is Shanielle. And then Shay K is the
okay.
one.
My bad. Hold on. Let me redo it.
Carol was reading.
Let me redo it. Shanielle.
Thank you.
That was such a great job.
Thank you.
Hey, Mike got me. Shout out to Mike Chalk. You got me with that one. He said that was Harold, not Clyde. I like that.
Okay, I gotta remember this. Shay K and Shanielle.
Yes, and that's my Instagram name, Shanielle.
Clyde and Harold.
Yes.
Shout out to Mama Riley too. She told me I did a good job.
Yes.
Love y'all
And
support.
we got
Thanks for
Brianna and
supporting.
Breezy. You see, you got two.
You right.
We got
right.
Jesse and J. Cool. We all got
Yeah.
So I need those two personalities to keep us balanced, for sure.
I'm gonna get out of here, guys.
All right. Stop by. We love you.
Have a good one. Yes.
So thank you all for tuning in. This was a wonderful segment.
Yes,
of
it
course,
was.
we are not leaving the building without giving a shout out to our wonderful sponsors.
Yes.
Toledo,
Uh-huh.
Essential Vibes,
Yes.
Hot Box Bistro,
Box.
Mud City ENT,
Yes, sir.
Greater New Psalmist Church,
Hey.
J. Rush Jennings,
Yes, ma'am.
and of course, Lance Self, the People's Salesman.
Yes.
Until
So
tomorrow.
before we go,
No? Okay.
Well, we gotta talk about the video countdown. The voting ends today at noon.
Every Wednesday, is it every Wednesday at
Every
noon?
Wednesday at noon. Yep.
Okay.
So the voting ends today at
Y'all
noon.
better rush them votes on.
Yes, get them votes
The countdown will be at 7:30 this week. We did it early last week because Talia wasn't available. So it'll be at 7:30 this week live on Facebook Live. The Studio B will be Saturday morning at 8:30. Oh, I'll tell you after the show.
Okay.
What about Studio B?
Studio B, yeah. I see
After the show?
Saturday. Oh yeah, everybody.
Oh, I'm talking about. We supposed to be at Paul Anthony's for Studio B.
Oh, that's where it's gonna be this week.
We're shooting at Paul Anthony's shop, and I think you got a sew and blow going. So
Oh, I'm about to say, is that
Saturday?
so and blow this weekend?
Are we doing it Saturday?
no, we're gonna do it on our regular shoot time. We're just gonna air it Saturday.
Oh, okay.
So
that's
I
gonna
should
be
be getting
nice.
with him today. So yeah, y'all check out Studio B Saturday morning. We're gonna be out and about. I told y'all I'm coming to
Hey.
the locations near you.
He said he coming to you, period.
Hey.
Real definition of pull up.
Huh?
Real definition.
Oh, I thought she was asking me a question. I was about to say 15 minutes, like everybody say. I'm around the corner.
He been missing all day. He ain't been following. I've been tongue tied. It's hump day.
Oh,
for
my
sure. Listen.
I'm dead.
You would think we had a whole section before this thing goes.
Listen.
Yeah, we ain't done nothing. That's the problem.
Do I need to pull up? What's my estimated time? Like, no, we're
No, but for real
we're
though,
giving you a
like,
compliment. Jesus.
So,
Thank you,
Bree,
sir.
I guess I can say this live. We're gonna start doing all of our shows live, if that's okay with the podcasters.
Okay.
It makes it easier for everybody, and I think it's more engagement when we
It
do live.
is.
Yeah.
So we'll start doing live shows again.
Cause we live anyway.
Hey.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited then because I really loved our live.
I like the live. It brings more people to watch the shows.
Yes.
And interact with the shows at the same time, not just the morning show, but every
but
show.
our podcast.
Every
yes.
show.
Yeah.
So yes, make sure y'all tune in. Essential Vibes podcast.
What you got coming on? What you got coming on in your next episode?
I'm
What you talking about?
actually I'm going to do something a little different.
Shake it up, dude.
Okay.
Shake it.
So we gonna
I really
You
did
gotta
like the
tune in
Jody
to
show,
see.
man. That was unique that you went and grabbed him and brought him to the
Yes,
people.
and I
love
want to
that.
keep that vibe.
Cause we just
So-
see him in the paper. A lot of people like, who is this dude walking with the sticker? You see him walking around, and he got a beautiful story. He
Right.
And you shared that.
When I
You shared
seen him
that.
on, I was like, oh, he really intelligent.
We
He
got
got
some
some
beautiful
and
people
he's-
in
motivation
the
because
so
I didn't never
gifted.
know anything about him before.
Yeah.
So that's the
Yeah.
one thing again that I love about our platform. We bring people on, and you
Yes.
just don't
And
know
you know, he said
certain
he's
people.
never driven.
He hasn't.
He's never driven. You know, a
Maybe.
lot of people take, well, I need a car, this, that, and third. He's content with walking, enjoying enjoying the nature. You know?
They say the best things in life are free.
Right. But you know, some people like, he ain't never drove a car. Like,
But there's a lot of people that hasn't drove. There's a lot of women and stuff
but
that
they
haven't
be
drove
mad
before.
about it. He's pretty happy.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Why you
Good.
mad at it?
He can get on the stretch
That's
limo.
the thing. People, why you
Iron
mad?
Pimp.
You want to teach him how to drive? You gonna buy him a car?
I'm not mad.
No, I ain't saying you. I'm just
We just saying people in general.
Yeah.
People get mad at you like, I said, well, I'm gonna walk to the store. You gonna walk to the store? Yeah, so it's around the corner.
you
You
wanna
want to
carry
start
me
my
on your
whole
back?
car to
You
go to
want
the
me to-
store?
Or they see you walking and automatic. Oh, they ain't got no car.
Take a picture, put you in the group chat.
Somebody done took that stimulus. He ain't riding.
Look, and see, that's why you got to keep paying for surgery because you don't walk nowhere.
Sometimes it's good to get out and get some fresh air.
Yes.
Just
Yeah.
Actually,
use your
I
limbs.
miss that. You know, I actually have
I went
gotten
for a walk
into
yesterday.
that even with the kids. you know how we used to. My grandmother used to take us. We stayed on my grandmother's house on Smead, and then her daily walk would be to the post office, family food,
That's my hood over there.
and come back around, and she'll take us with her. So then, we got away from that. So now I'm looking. Like, all right, where the closest stores?
Out the house.
Look, but I'm saying, like, I'm about to get back used to taking walks with my children.
Like, that's also the weather thing too. You get comfortable when it's wintertime, but now the sun is out.
I tell my son, I said, get out.
We can walk a few blocks nowadays. You tell the kids to walk to the store. They like, that's far.
The store.
We used to love riding bikes and walking and stuff to the store. So
I can't get my kids to go to the store unless they get some hot fries.
I'm doing both.
I ain't taking no bikes.
I'm doing surgery and walking.
Still be stealing bikes.
If you buy me some hot fries, I go to the store, Daddy.
Yeah, see, I'm not taking no bikes nowhere because they don't got them bike things no more.
Right.
Where you
Well,
can lock your bike up.
It was always one person designated to watch the bikes while everybody was in the store.
Yeah, but if you got one person watching 4 bikes,
You got
one bike
He
goes
gonna watch them bikes.
You got 6 people coming to get those bikes.
He about to
You
die
can't
with
be
them
riding back to
bikes.
somebody that can't defend our bikes.
Right. If you let the bikes get stolen, you can't
get
go.
the biggest kid on the block to watch the bikes, and we get you the good snacks. That's all you got to do.
Period.
It
You
takes
get
10
Just give me
minutes.
a honey
Hey, you
bun
get
and some
to-
hot
yeah,
fries.
you get to
and
pick
watch
your
the
extra
bikes.
snack.
Yeah, you get an extra snack. You better watch these bikes.
Y'all remember you used to go to the store, wait outside, they tell you come spend 50 cents off a food stamp. Y'all remember that?
No. You know, we
You remember?
Yeah.
Y'all had food stamp cards.
We used
had
to
the
go.
paper food stamps.
Yeah, we had the paper food stamps. So
Okay.
I said we needed to catch the bus somewhere. So go to the store, buy 50-cent something, 50
gotta
cents
break
of
the
candy or
food stamp.
something. So they give you quarters for change.
Oh, they would give you real
Yeah,
cash
and so we
back.
used 50 cents to
Okay.
catch the bus. That's when the bus was 50 cents back.
Oh man,
the
go stay
memories
around
that y'all got.
Around the first of the month, around the first of the month, you go up there and all the cats that want to get some beer, go spend 35 cents.
But listen, this is how this comes up with me and my relationship because me and my fiance have an age gap.
You know about that pop. We probably food stamps together. I'm not
I
gonna
be
do no
having to
pop
remind him. He be hit me like that. He be like, oh, you remember? And then I be like, that. He like, oh, dang. I'm like, you can tell me about it though, but I don't know. I can't relate.
You'll come up that day, you had candy and a little change. Because all they wanted was like 50 cents back off their stamp. So you get some
Man, that
penny candy was
like the
really
good
a
old
penny.
days.
Penny candy was really a penny.
Mr. El Toledo,
man.
Bobby Howard's. Y'all know about Bobby Howard's with the box of
still
penny
go to
candy?
Bobby Howard's, though.
Trying to tell
Well,
you.
I miss
It's
Poor
like 3 cents
Clark's
now,
grab
right?
bags.
Who?
Poor Clark's, the grab
Clark.
bags.
Yeah.
You remember me going there and get the grab bags? And they had the penny candy.
The real sour powers.
The real sour
Make your eye
powers.
jerk a little bit.
Man,
Like,
fill it in the back.
I'm trying to tell you.
Yes.
Yes. Well,
Mr. El Toledo.
this was a great show.
It's always a great show.
Y'all make sure y'all
Number
get
one
out
podcast.
and enjoy this weather.
Yes.
Get
Summer
out.
came out yet.
Listen,
It's
open
still
your
gonna be
windows.
60. Let that breeze
Let
come
the
in.
fresh air come into your house. Open your blinds. Play some good old R&B. If you want some trap music, play that. Set
Spring
the
cleaning,
vibe.
yeah,
Y'all
get them-
spring cleaning mind.
Get the winter spirits out your house. Let the
Yes.
wind blow them
All
all
of that.
out.
Yes.
Burn you some sage and incense.
And
pop
some of y'all
popcorn.
getting them deposits. So it's just
Them
deposits?
them deposits.
$sign Juice Man 721 is my cash app. Anybody want to be grateful?
And I'm $12 away from releasing the video, so cash
No,
out
you're
me.
not. You got it.
Oh,
You got
wait,
it?
I
So
got it. I ain't
tomorrow
checked
we
it
are
yet.
showing the
Exclusive tomorrow. Release the cost of penny.
Hey, so make sure you guys have a good day. Enjoy the weather.
Yes, sir.
Make sure you guys return to see us tomorrow, 8:30 to 10:30.
Period. Monday through Friday.
Yes, and
Now,
my
who
girl
we got
Leah not
tomorrow?
here, but
Who got tomorrow?
Tomorrow we got
Miana.
Miana.
Miana. She-
Yep, and Tequila
Yeah.
Brown talking about the event that they're having.
I thought that was Friday.
That's
That's
Friday.
probably Friday. You're right.
It is. Because
Tomorrow's
actually,
Friday Junior.
no,
Oh,
because
okay.
actually, I was about to. I'm like, well, y'all can come on and talk about it, on my podcast. She was like, oh, girl, I'm scheduled for Friday. I'm like, oh, okay. So,
We be booking them.
period. That's what I said. I said that works.
yes.
And if you are interested in being a guest here on the number one podcast in Urban Ohio, you can go ahead and hit us up at info@the419grind.com. Attention guest. And we're going to put you on the show because we got some shows to put you on.
Period.
Okay,
So many.
yes.
Ain't that
And
right?
That is right.
Thank you all for tuning in. It was a
Yes.
lovely show.
My girl Leah ain't here, so we got to do it.
Did y'all
though.
order some food? It ain't even got here yet.
Wait a minute. We're trying to close the show so we can order the food.
I'm not myself when I'm hungry.
Listen.
Eat a Snickers.
And until next time.